Lord have mercy, it's still not working. Why? It says it's there. Audio Scarlet. It says it's there. Oh, here we are. Jesus. Look, I spilled everything. Get your life together. No, I tell you. It's a hard life for us. Sorry about that, guys. Swing. Good afternoon. I don't know what happened to my mic. It wasn't plugged in. I had to replug it in. Then it didn't want to work. We're here now. It's totally fine. Lord have mercy. That's right, Bull Shark. Jugged your mountain, okay? All right. I had NK at first, Bull Shark. How'd you know that? I did. I had NK. But then I decided to change it to all right. Because I love the way we say all right. Megan Fox says, I am in utter shock. I smelt marriage. Who will homeschool? Hey, Brianna. Nice to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Tally 420. Hello, Murphy Smith. Fuck yeah. Always a good day when Murphy Smith is in the chat. Nice to see you. Did the dead ants money run out? Word around the campfire is Clara's broke and they broke up overnight, apparently, is what I'm hearing. A breakup. Raindrop says, what the fuck? No way. Is the title true? Yes, it is. The title's true. He says it himself at the end of his 3 a.m. live stream. He says that all he has in this world is his son that he uses as a shield. He as both a shield and a weapon. Hey, Manning, glad you could be here. Extra special glad that Legal's in the house today, because let me tell you what. There are some crazy, wacky things being said in these YouTube streets. You know, you knew something was up when he was at his business in the middle of the night. Yes. Okay. So listen, we're going to get right to it because it is getting late for me. It's going to be my bedtime soon. And there's a lot to go over. So in case you missed it, at some point yesterday, like late morning-ish, early afternoon, Ronaldo announced a change of plans. I don't know what it was he was going to be streaming about yesterday, but he announced a change of plans and decided that 1 week later, 1 week after the fact, he was going to review my live from Connorsville live stream. Yeah, I know it's 5:30. We're gonna be here a little while, and then it's gonna be my bedtime. Yeah, he decided for whatever reason, inexplicably, for no reason, no explanation, it makes no sense. 7 days later, he decides he's going to review my live from Connorsville live stream, which is odd though, because he already watched it. He already watched it. I'm pretty sure he already reviewed it, but either way about it, I don't know. I know Owl was live this morning. I didn't watch her live stream, but I did bop in once or twice. And one of the times I bopped in, I heard her asking the same question I'm asking, which is just why? Why all of a sudden, yesterday, Friday, a week after the fact, and after you've already watched and discussed the live from Connorsville live stream at length, why on earth was it, oh my gosh, all of a sudden, breaking news and change of plans, I'll be reviewing that week-old live stream again? Kinda makes you wonder, like, what happened? What prompted the change of plans? That's what I would like to know. I'd like to know what prompted the change of plans. We'll probably never get a straight answer. So anyway, so he announced a change of plans that he was gonna be reviewing that week-old live stream, and let me just clear this up here and now, and it's on my Twitter. In fact, I think I pinned it on my Twitter. There's a lot of chatter saying that I deleted the live stream I did from Connorsville after last Friday's hearing. I absolutely did not delete it. It was removed by YouTube. Somebody has been doing a lot of privacy strikes on my channel. I think I got like 5 or 6 privacy complaint notifications um over the last week. I think 5 or 6 of them all in one day. So anyway, about it, here's the proof. This is the literal email from YouTube legal support. Content removed under YouTube privacy guidelines. Hi, Sam Telfer. We received a privacy complaint regarding your content. Upon our analysis of the claim, we've removed the content in question, and there's the video. Samantha Jean is live from Connorsville. So I didn't delete it. I realized that, these people, I don't know what website it is they're using, some Playboard or something like that, where they like to pocket watch me, and Playboard told them that I deleted it. No, I didn't. It was removed. Are you kidding me? Why in the hell would I delete that stream? That was some of my best work. Anyway, now that we've cleared that up, because he asks many times the question repeatedly and over, why or refers to it as the live stream I deleted. I didn't delete it. It got taken away from me, and I don't appreciate that. You know, I don't appreciate that. Dildo has for sure, or at least yes, no, Dildo privacy struck a different video, the one where I exposed her. So that has been also taken down. I've only had 2 videos taken down for the privacy strike attack. However, I have not received strikes. They were just removed. So that's another thing that I've been hearing a lot word out on the streets, is that they're saying I have 2 strikes. I don't have any strikes on my channel. Not a single one. So anywho, so yesterday, for whatever reason, he decides to have a change of plans and review a week-old live stream as if it's new news or something. I don't know. And I think he had it scheduled for 9 PM. I wasn't watching at 9 PM. I didn't tune in. I wasn't watching anything. We have a very, very, very busy weekend. We've been very busy today, and I went to bed a little early. So I didn't know what happened. I woke up at some point. I think it was like 2:30 in the morning. I woke up, of course, to go to the bathroom, right? And I had a text message from an OG supporter. Love you so much, girl. You know who you are. And she's like, "Oh my God, Ron's like freaking out." And she had texted me, I think it was like at midnight. So, here it is 2.5 hours later in the middle of the night. And I'm like, I'm half asleep. And I'm like, I don't know what this girl's talking about. Okay, fine. I'll tell you it was Oda May. She be everywhere and she be knowing, just like Nikki P be knowing, Oda May be knowing. So yeah, Oda May texted me at midnight. And so like as I'm like processing this at 2:30 in the morning, and I'm processing the fact that, oh my God, it's Oda May. And usually when Oda May contacts me, it's some real deal shit going down, right? Like if the communication comes from Oda May, I had best to listen, right? So I'm like processing, I'm like, okay, it was Oda May and it was a text and it was at fucking midnight. She knows I'm asleep and she's telling me that Ron's like really freaking out. I was like, but it's 2:30 in the morning, so he's probably off. Let me just go see if he left it up, right? So I turned on the Rumble at 2:30 in the morning. And not only did he not delete, he was still going. He was live. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I gunted back to bed and I was like, baby. I woke Gab up. I was like, babe, it's 2:30 in the morning. And she's like, yeah. I was like, Ron's live on Rumble. She was like, what? I was like, not only is Ron live on Rumble at 2:30 in the morning, he's been live for the past 2.5 hours. And, ma'am, he is not at his grandma's house. He's at the store. Like, what? I was like, yes, girl. Yes. She's like, wow, that's crazy. I was like, I know, that's crazy. And then we went back to sleep. I was like, I'll catch it in the morning. Anyway, it's still up. Hmm. I share this tab instead. It is titled Sam Telfer Stalks DC Media Girl and Creeps Around My Town. So he started at 11:30 PM. So he initially had it scheduled for 9 o'clock, right? And you might want to ask yourself, well, if it was scheduled for 9 o'clock, why did he not go until 11:30, right? Oh no, he went at 9 o'clock. And I don't have that live stream, and it looks like he's taking it down, and that's totally fine. I'm sure it is. Of course, babe. Of course I did. Anyway, I don't have the 9 o'clock stream. I'm sure it's somewhere, whatever about it. Owl has it though, and she watched it on her live stream today. So as much as I can't stand that ugly bitch, I'm not gonna go through the trouble of finding it. I'm not really interested in the 9 o'clock live stream, but I'll give you the recap. He goes live at 9 o'clock. And he's gonna tell you what happens at the beginning of this one, but I'm gonna spoil it for you. He goes live at 9 o'clock and literally nobody shows up and he rage quits. But there's more to it. There's so much more to it. So anyway, so he rage quit the 9 o'clock, scrapped it, and I guess he had to wait until Hakati, and I don't know if that's how you say that girl's name. Why don't you, I don't know, pick a name that I can fucking pronounce if it's a problem. I don't know. I don't even know who this girl is, but somebody named Hakati and Isaac were live, and I guess that's why he says that's why nobody was watching his 9 o'clock stream. So he had to wait until 11:30. Like, who the hell's gonna stay up all night to watch Ron on Rumble cover one of my streams from a week ago that literally every channel has already covered? Let's see. Beg Linda covered it, didn't she? Owl, that dirty bitch covered it. Um, did Snifford? Can you guys can you believe that it took me until yesterday? It took all of us until yesterday to come up with fucking Snifford. Isn't that the best name ever for you know who? For old Sniffy Cliffy, Cliffy P. I'm calling Snifford from now on. Snifford in all caps. Hold on. Like this. I'll demonstrate. There you go. Snifford. All right. You pronounce Hakati as Hakati or as Hecate? Hecate? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know anyone, but you and Yaba crack me up. Silent watcher. Glad you're here. Welcome. Yep, I'm here too. DG says Isaac was after his ass last night. It was great. I didn't see it. Like I said, I was in bed, missed it all, but I'll take your word for it. I'm sure it was great. Christy, thank you so much for being a member for 13 months. Shamrock Glitter Bomb. Glad I caught you. Nice surprise indeed. Chantel's Uncontrolled Type 2 Butt Hand. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you supporting my channel. Thank you so much for the support, you guys. You guys come up with the best nickname Snifford. I know. And listen, so yesterday and it just came to me like yesterday. You know what I did yesterday? I made a log of Snifford's tweets because he woke up early yesterday. 6:04 a.m. was the first tweet. And so I said, you know what? Like he went hard for like an hour, like tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet for an hour. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a log. So I sat down with actual pen and paper and I was making a log of all of Cliffy P's tweets. And it just came to me. I started writing Clifford, but instead I wrote Snifford. I was like, oh my God, Snifford. Anyway, but yesterday on AK and Alex's stream, I heard them I heard them say something. I was dead. I was like, I cannot believe on the same day that I come up with Snifford, Alex and AK come up with the best fucking name for strawberry douche. Are you guys ready for it? Are you ready? Are you ready? Slobbery douche. I fucked it up. Slobbery douche. They started calling her slobbery douche. Hecate. Thank you, Wicked Crafter. I appreciate that. Hecate. Whatever. Whoever that person is, I guess was going at it with Isaac. I have no fucking idea. Slobbery douche. Yes. Thank you, Alex. Yes, that's the link to Alex and AK's stream where they 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 call her slobbery douche. Let me pin it. Hey babe, good to see you. Fucking slobbery douche. That about sums it up. That bitch looks like she slobbers, does she not? She does. Just call her unhinged. Or call her by her legal government name, Aaliyah Alexander. Anyway, do you guys know that yesterday, Friday, August 9th, 2024, Snifford tweeted over 15 times between 6 a.m. and 2:35 p.m. And that includes the almost 4-hour period of time that old Beggy was live and he was modding for her. So bravo. Round of applause for old Sniffy. I'm sorry, Snifford. At her keyboard, 600 pounds with a shit bucket, Aaliyah Alexander. That's right. That's right. All right, but back to old Ronathan over here. So yeah, word around the campfire is, and he alludes to it heavily in this 2-hour and 51-minute stream, that he and Clarajandra have indeed broken up. And I believe it was over the fact that he didn't just not have viewers for his scheduled in advance live stream at 9 p.m. going over my week-old video for the 3rd time. But apparently he didn't have viewers, he said, because as soon as he went live, quote unquote, somebody dropped the link to Hakate and Isaac's stream. He like literally cock blocked him in his own Discord. He calls it cock blocking, and he's real upset about it. And the word on the street is the person who shared that link in his Discord was none other than Clarajandra herself. And they had quite the spat. And old Ronaldo here got in his Buick and hightailed it down to his store where he could be alone and do his stream. So anyway, spoiler, it's totally fine. Am I sharing? Let me see. It says I'm sharing. Let me move this over here. Yes, I'm sharing. All right. Well, let's get down to it. So this is 11:30 p.m. last night in the back room of the attic, Connorsville. Do you guys see this behind you? You guys remember this? Remember when this used to hold literally like 1,000 used DVDs that he couldn't even give away? And now look what it holds. Trash. What's that word that Ronnie likes to use? Apropos. Speed freak. Exactly. Did you guys see? Look, I come on here and I just assume that everybody's up to date on all this shit. Did you guys see that Ronaldo has been exposed for actually using speed, specifically methamphetamine? That old Z has come back around and dropped screenshots of text messages between him, Ron, and a third party where Ron is asking to purchase speed, specifically 1 gram of it. And Z says it's meth. It's on Z's community tab post. I'll see if I can find it. Chantel's uncontrolled type 2 butt hand. Thank you so much for the super chat. Should stay together. They deserve each other. Oh, I agree. But you know what? Listen, Clarajandra has the remainder of whatever she's got left of her dead aunt's money left, and it's not a whole lot, and that's all she's got because not only is she unemployed, but she's unemployable. So she can't take the risk, of losing what little she has left to a fucking meth head. So, she's got to draw the line somewhere, and I'm told that the somewhere is with the meth. So here's Z's community tab. Look at this. Am I sharing it? Let me make sure it came with me. Yep, it did. Okay, look at this. You guys don't believe me? Right here. So this is the band chat. It's a group chat that Ron and Z were in with, I guess, some fellow named Dustin. Very good. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you supporting my channel. What you been smoking in that back room, Ronnie? I think we know now. So anyway, this is Ronaldo, and how very disgusting that it's a picture of him with a very young child, presumably one of his, but who knows. Anyway, Ron says, LOL. This Dustin fellow says, Adderall, I fucking wish. So by, just using context clues, we can see that the message above this was likely Ronald asking for if they knew where he could get Adderall. Because Dustin's response is Adderall, ? I fucking wish. To which Ron says, I've got money. I just can't ever find a damn thing here. Probably fentanyl, LOL. And then this Dustin fellow says, I can get speed if that's your thing. Ron says, it sort of is, LOL. For some reason, I read that like in a female voice. Cost, ? Dustin says, depends on how much you want. To which Ron replies, LOL, 1 gram, ? And Dustin says, let me find out real quick. I mean, here it is, right here in your face, Clarajandra. You cannot even, and Ronaldo doesn't even deny that this is, in fact, a text message of him trying to purchase speed. You know what Ronaldo's response to this was? Oh yeah, well, Z sold me pills. And I'm not gonna go find all that shit, but just take my word for it. That was his response. So yeah. So word around the campfire is that was the last straw. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Oh wait, here's this one too that I'm sure Clara has seen. This is also this is a message between Z and Dustin. So Dustin says, "Oh, I already know, and the real reason why he kicked me out was because he didn't want his old lady to find out he was doing speed with me after having me go get it for him, but also because I told him that if she asked, I wouldn't lie to her about it, but also that if she didn't ask, I wouldn't tell, but more so because he's always been jealous of my musical abilities." Mm-mm-mm. Manning says, "OMG, this is the worst drug chat ever. Can't they even use code words? Wow." Jojo Cannon, thank you so much for joining memberships. Forever Basic Betty. Magatex says that sounds like Ron. So, thank you for that, Z. That was something else. So I don't know what to deflect from this to turn Clarajandra's attention away from the fact that he was exposed for actually doing the speed a la the methamphetamine is what Z says. I'm just reporting what I hear on the internet, allegedly. I don't know for a fact, but this is what me and literally everybody else, including Clarajandra, is seeing on the internet. Yeah, she pulled the plug. So here we are. This is 11:30 last night. He tried to go live at 9. He didn't last more than I think 15 minutes before he rage quit. So that was a good 2 hours. 2 hours of absolute turmoil in the Corbin Frank household. And from the looks of it, from the way Ron's looking, he's pretty disheveled. He looks pretty hot and sweaty. He looks like it's been, he looks sweaty, stinky. Mhm. Fifi 48, that's what they're saying on the internet. So, anyway, 11:30 and he's real good and fucking worked up, and by God, he is going to do this stream on Sam no matter what, and it's going to happen on Friday night no matter what. So, here he is. Let's watch. I think I should speed him up. We'll see. Hold on. Why is it not playing? There you go. Amy PJ, thank you for being a member for 8 months. Forever Basic Betty, you shall be. Did they break up PV48? That's what I hear. Look, that's so funny that he loads up that picture of his Buick when he wrote bitch on the back of it and tried to blame it on Katie of all people. We're going to hit at 1.5. Well, the lava lamp stuff didn't really bother Gothic because couldn't potentially cost her the last of her dead aunt's money. This, on the other hand, speed him up, pun intended.
All right, I guess I'm live. I don't know if anybody can hear me. Or I know it just says bitch on the screen, but that's I don't. There we go. I'll try to enable.
It says 1.3 inch.
There we go. There's my shitty camera.
He does.
There's my shitty camera. I hope everything sounds good. I haven't done many streams down here on this Rumble Studio, so I thought I'd come on and explain what happened earlier.
Thank you so much for gifting 5 to me at the Gene membership. Shake him out of the tree, motherfucker. Bandit, Bull Shark, Bee Explorer, Satchels of Gold, Mother of Gliders. Welcome. Thank you for supporting my channel. So Connections Cafe raging with a deflection. So Clara's aunt was paying for the drugs. So Ronnie is a scumbag. Yes, Grinch. Yes. Welcome, new members. I'm gonna hit myself in the mouth with this thing one day, and you guys are gonna hear it, and it's gonna be great.
I mean, like, I got no problem doing that. But I got pissed, so you guys just stare at my shit. I'm at my shop.
He goes and moves the dolly out of the background, closes the door, but he leaves the pile of trash behind him. That tracks. Hey, Shiny Steels, Big Fupa Balls. Hey, everybody. I know I didn't say hello to everyone. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Is he coming back? Ronald, come back to us, Ronnie. Oh, wait. I kind of want to see him. There we go. He'll be back in just a second.
All right, we can do something about this lighting, though. Hey, look at this. Look, a light. Imagine that. Me being down at my shop / not studio, and I got a light here. Okay, that's plugged in. All right.
That's definitely what it is. It's a shop / not studio.
Let's get a little bit of light on this shit. I look like a fucking pale ass ghost.
Our painter perpetual Pondu. That's okay, hon. And we'll see you on the replay. Gear.
Did that make it any better? Hell no, it didn't make it any better. Can you hear
Ron's a poor again.
me all right? Does it sound okay?
He's using the $269 laptop that Meemaw bought him for the shop.
How was work today? It was work. I'm still here. I'm back at work now.
Looks awfully cloudy in there, as if, I don't know, maybe something might have been being smoked with no ventilation. I don't know. That's just what it appears to look like to me.
I'm gonna come down here and be alone. Where's the fucking phone charger? It doesn't matter. Y'all hear me all right? Sounds good? Cool. It looks like shit though, right? That's my camera. I have a camera somewhere. I'm not sure where it's at.
Right? Psyched for life? That jaw, though. Good to see you, Psyched for life. Do I have the DVR off? But of course. Sleepy Jean, did he call it quits with his female girlfriend? No, his female girlfriend called it quits with him. She dumped him when she found out he's doing the speed.
So earlier, I ended the stream just it felt like it. I felt like ending it because the moment I was going to go live, 2 streams were shared.
Hey, Alex, hey, money. Oh, wait, listen, he's talking about it.
The moment I was going to go live, 2 streams were shared in the Discord. I had planned this thing 7 hours in advance, right? And it's a very important topic. Hang on, I gotta get some Windex. I gotta clean my fucking screen.
Look at this song and dance. Oh, my screen's dirty. I need some Windex. That's why it appears to be so smoky and cloudy and misty in here.
Ate, who hates me, and Isaac.
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
It was a very important topic, but everybody was redirected to Hecate, who hates me, and Isaac Guest, who threatened to burn my house down. And that pissed me off. I'm not mad at anybody, but I don't think that people.
2 Cardinals. It was Clara. It was Clara. You know how quite often when Ronaldo is live on the Rumble and Clarajandra will be in other people's chats, like Beg Linda over there with her Kiwi farmer friends. Yeah. Well, he went live and Clarajandra was over there playing around with the Griff Gang and her Kiwi farmer friends and dropped the link to Hecate and Isaac's stream in the Discord and diverted Ron's whole audience.
People thought ahead of time that, hey, Negs is going live at 9. Negs is going live at 9. He's had this planned all day. He's at work. He's busting his ass. He's trying to make money for his family. And then I went out to eat and treated my family to dinner. And I come home, I fire up a stream, and nobody was watching. Maybe I should have planned it for 11. Let's see what this.
Yes, Bunny, that's the word on the street. And he alludes to it heavily in this stream, which, by the way, I've listened to all of it. I've had it in my ear and listened to it like in chunks and pieces here and there throughout the day.
Screen share shit does. Say a few things. I might still review this goddamn this Sam stream. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell everybody something.
Sky, no, I don't think they fought at dinner. It was after dinner when he got home and he fired up his stream reviewing my Connersville stream from over a week ago. And then she shared the Isaac stream in the Discord and nobody showed up to his Sam stream. Then they fought after that. DC is sharing his link to his new stream just 10 minutes ago. Really, Katie?
Something. And that is, it is very difficult to listen to Sam because she is an abhorrently evil person.
Abhorrently evil. Do you see all the trouble you caused last night there, Isaac?
Abhorrently evil person. And I don't think anybody really takes it serious, the damage that she and Yaba have done to me and my son and the rest of my family. Okay.
This dude has seriously convinced himself that me and Yaba have done something to harm him and his family and his whatever. Like, are you kidding me? How, dude? How? Right before I went live, we were listening to Isaac Rochantel. That's a good time. Yaba said, no, that's bad on fat crime.
I don't feel like
I've seen that Gothic. He has been shit talking Isaac on Twitter. He's like, I'm not the same guy that apologized to you, Isaac. I'm not afraid of you. Fuck around and find out, Isaac. Like, he's gone off the deep end.
I think to people it's just content. And I feel like a little toy being played with. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm over being a toy for goddamn clicks and clout.
I can't tell. It's 11:30 on a Friday. You've already done rage quit one stream today. Here you are back in the back room of your store, looking the way you do, and you got the nerve to get on here and say that you're done. What did he say? Done being a toy for clicks and clout? I can't tell. Then why are you here? This is
a toy for goddamn clicks and clout.
Yeah, well, no, if that were the case, sir, if you were really done, then you wouldn't be here right now. You wouldn't be doing this stream. Because what did you think we were gonna do? Not review this stream, not use it for clicks and views, sir. What did you think that we're gonna do? Oh well, he says he's done, guys. Ron says he's done, so we're not gonna watch the Friday night stream. Give me a fucking break. Comfort 1970. Thank you so much for being a member for 22 months. Happy memberversary. Can't believe it's been almost 2 years. Much love to you too as well. Comfort 1970. Thank you so much for your support. Yes, he said for clicks and clout.
I'm nobody's toy.
I'm nobody's toy. Then get off the internet, sir. Because that's all you are on the internet. If nobody's had the heart to break that down for you, I'm here to do it for you. That's all you are on the internet. All right. It just is what it is. You know, this is what we do. You willingly participate in it. This is the role you play. You know, this is your part. Oh, look at Gen X Housewife in his chat. I heard that Gen X Housewife got suspended from the Twitter, whoever that person is. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. Not Gen X Housewife. Gen X Music Rules got suspended off the Twitter. Sweet and Sassy Pickles, thank you so much for joining memberships. Forever Basic Baddie, and welcome, Newbie Tubi. Very good. Thank you so much for the super chat. No Peace, Ron, and Drama B. Thank you for being a member for 15 months. Woohoo! Here for the clicks and the clout.
I'm a fully independent person.
Uh-huh. Clue number 1. I'm a fully independent person. No, you're not. You can't even pay your utility bills, sir. You cannot pay your utility bills. You cannot pay for car insurance. You cannot pay the rent in the store where I'm sure your name is on the lease. What else can you not afford to pay? It's my understanding Clarajandra from her own mouth says she buys all the groceries in the house. I'm a fully independent person who depends on a couple of elderly women to finance my life. Right, 2 Cardinals?
And see, I got 90 now. Guess I should.
But 100, Jane, it's my understanding based on what he said that yes, he lost his benefits because in this stream, he says that he will just go back on disability and food stamps. He said that in this stream. If I can shut up, we'll get to it. Keep an eye on how Gen X housewife slowly disappears from chat and No Name all of a sudden is chatting up a storm. We see you, D. Higgins. Indeed.
Should have waited till 11. All I'm asking, guys, is if I have a stream set up hours ahead of time, don't cock block me by sharing other streams. For fuck's sake, man. For fuck's sake, it was a serious topic, and everybody was redirected to Hecate and Isaac Guest so they could listen to them. I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. I don't care. I don't care what the fuck any of these fools are talking about. I don't fucking care. I don't know how.
Oh, hey, girl, hey. He's been working on getting those disability bennies back for the better part of a year now.
Express how little I care about what the fuck they're talking about, right?
Lady K, thank you for being a member for 8 months. Soap and water, Ron. Dude looks greasy, doesn't he? The nerve.
I just do not fucking care.
I don't care. Kiki Cheese says, I feel like Ron has dirt floors. Close, Kiki Cheese. We've actually seen the carpet in Ron's grandma's house where he lives. We've seen the carpet. We've seen close-ups of the fucking carpet. And I'm here to tell you, it's crusty and you can smell it through the screen. How have we seen close-ups of the carpet in Ron's grandma's house where he lives? Because on his eBay store, when he got his mom to buy him this huge, like thousands and thousands of DVDs from a estate sale, he was posting them on eBay and he was literally just like lining them up on the carpet and taking pictures. You could see his socks, his dirty black socks in the pictures and everything. Yes. I don't know how we got on his carpet, but anyway. Oh, dirt floors. Yeah, no. Dirty, dirty, dirty carpet. The title of the stream is throwing you off, Ruby, right? Or Rugby, right? How so? Word on the street is Ronaldo and Clarajandra have broken up, and this stream is going to tell the story.
But
oh yeah, dog piss.
This woman.
Bed bugs. Kelly's bathroom studio. I've had to turn the DVR off because when people snipe, I want to make sure they stay real time.
This woman that everybody, I don't know. It's a cult. This woman and her wife.
Oh my God, Cassandra, I forgot. Cassandra said that reminds me of the pubic hair on the sock he was selling. Oh my, there was an actual fucking pube on a sock that he had posted on eBay. I bet it's still there. You think he sold the fucking pube sock? Absolutely not. I bet it's still there. We need to take some time and go over the eBay store again in the very near future, because that's always a good time, dude. Always. We did it just last week, remember? And he's listed some new items, and for whatever reason, he like laid them on a dirty paper towel. And it wasn't just like one item that he photographed laid out on a dirty paper towel. It was like all of the items he posted, like 10 or 12 items.
Have completely fucked my life up. They have fucked my mental health up.
No way.
They got my kid to the point now where he hears a woman shrieking. He's like, "Oh, is it one of those fat bitches?" And it would be really.
You know what? Listen, if your kid is that affected by the shit that you bring upon yourself on the internet, that's a parenting problem, Ron. That's a parenting problem, that your kid knows so much about what is going on the internet of this sector of the internet. That's a parenting problem. That's a you problem. That is your problem. That is your kid. That's your minor son. It's your responsibility to ensure that he's not exposed to this shit, because I'm not fucking making contact with your fucking kid as much as you have convinced yourself and your absolute paranoid, delusion, schizophrenic, bipolar, and all of the other things mind have convinced yourself of some seriously sick shit. Knock that shit off, because you're crossing the line there, pal. I just don't. My point is, the only way, Ron, your fucking kid can be aware of anything that's being said or done on the internet is if you tell the dumb fucker or you're allowing him to see it. And you're the fucking parent. That's your responsibility, dude. Yeah, he used to say that he knew you and Katie by name back in the day. Why? Why? Dude, my kids are adults and I tell them, mind your fucking business. Do not go looking at my YouTube. Don't look at my Twitter. Stay the fuck off of it. It's really not that hard. You're the parent. So that's on you, buddy. That's on you. And I'm pretty sure any therapist or, any other, like, I don't know, caseworkers or case managers and shit like that are going to tell you the same fucking thing, dude. That's your responsibility to make sure that he does not know and is not aware of and is not exposed to anything going on the internet. And that's that. Like, end the fuck of, sir. Get your house in order. Take control as a parent. Shield your child. Protect your child from it. But that's not what you do. You literally used, I can't even say all of your kids because the older two, he doesn't. But you use your kid, dude, as a shield and a weapon. When is that going to stop? When is that going to stop? That is so just out there, out of line, uncalled for. Yeah, he was like, what, 8 or 9 then? Yeah. Anyway, and I don't give me this, you're so obsessed with my kid. You're so obsessed with my kid. That's so sick that you're so obsessed with my kid. Knock that shit off. You force me to fucking talk about your kid when you say shit like this.
Completely fucked my life up. They have fucked my mental health up. They got my kid to the point now where he hears a woman shrieking. He's like, oh, is it one of those fat bitches?
No. We don't have your kid to that point. You do, you dumb motherfucker. You stop talking about your fucking kid and we'll have no reason to be talking about your kid. Stop saying shit like this. Stop allowing him to be exposed to this shit. And stop using him as a fucking weapon and a shield at the same fucking time. Knock it off.
And it would be really nice if everybody would come community, even people that it would just be nice if it was taken serious. That's all.
Dude, we know for a fact that Ronaldo has not only never at any point taken any measures to shield his son from the online shit that he's involved in, but we know for a fact, and we've seen it with our own eyes, that he literally talks about this shit in front of him. And remember that video that he recorded in the car, driving in his car with the kid in the passenger seat? And how old was the kid then? Like maybe 10 or 11 at best. At most, the boy was like 10 or 11. And he's literally recording a fucking video for YouTube talking about a bunch of, not just talking about YouTube drama, but specifically where it related to his girlfriend at the time. I haven't seen her in chat if she's here. Sorry, girl, to have to bring it up. But he's literally talking in front of his kid about this sexual encounter he had with his girlfriend and berating her, calling her all kinds of horrible names, pretty sure using the cunt word in front of the boy. So spare us. Spare us the bullshit about her. You're a father, a provider, protector, and and the internet is harming your son. No, motherfucker. It's you. You're the one harming your kid. You're the one exposing your kid to this shit on the internet. You and only you. And it's your responsibility to actually fucking be about it and do something to shield your kid from it. But you don't. You don't. You fucking took him out on a pedo walk with you while you're live on whatever platform it is that allows you to be live. TikTok, whatever the case may be. That's you, dude. No wonder the girls at school are spitting on your kid. No fucking wonder. Not shocked. Not shocked that you're homeschooling him either, seeing as how he's such a spitting image of his father and so influenced by his father who refuses to fucking shield him from the degeneracy that he's involved in online. Not shocked at all that he's getting spit on by girls at school. So let's make a deal, motherfucker. You stop talking about your kid online and using him as a fucking weapon and a shield. And then none of us will have any fucking reason to talk about him either. Why don't we try that, sir? Let me get my pen and my sticky note here. I'm going to take a tally of every fucking time you bring your kid up in this live stream. Every time. We're 10 minutes and 8 seconds in. I'm just going to mark that down as 1. All right. So if there was any mention of your kid by you prior to the 10-minute and 8-second mark, well, that's a freebie, I guess. All right. Let's see. Don't you guys let me miss a ticky mark. All right.
It would just be nice. And I don't feel like it is. I don't feel like any of it's taken serious. I feel like everybody's just like, ooh, content, ooh, content, ooh, content.
You mean like you? Like you are? Like you were the first to jump on that situation regarding our family? Weren't you? The fact that you made content out of that right there, like you literally can never again go on the internet and cry about anything me or my wife have said or done to or about you or your stupid freak of a girlfriend. Like literally, you fucking blew it forever. Now you can't say shit, can you? No, you can't. So now that we're clear about that too. Great Aunt Ray's fancy feet of sugar. Just gonna hear they broke up. That's the word on the street and what he alludes to strongly in this video.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I ain't mad at anybody. I'm just asking for a favor, right? Where the fuck is the screen at? How do I get this on the fucking screen? Where's it at?
Hey, Bradley D.
Oh, there it is. How do I get it on the screen? How do you get this on the screen? I don't understand anything on the screen.
Mercy. How do you get on the screen? How do you get on the screen? Yeah, I'm not mad at anybody. Clearly, you know, if I legit wasn't mad at anybody, I don't think I'd have the need to say, but I'm not mad at anybody. I can't tell.
Picture. What the fuck? No, just see me? Yeah. I figured.
Bradley D says, I don't know if I buy it. This dude raged at her in the basement and then she came back and bought him off. Very possible. So he's down to 5 employees. However, will the store survive?
Missing something here. There we go. There we go. Lord, all right, now I'm a little guy in the corner. Let me see if I can even hear this hand beast.
Lord, how the hell do I get out of fucking
bumfuck Connorsville? Maybe if you stop coming here, you wouldn't need to find your way out.
Well, maybe you and Clara should stop giving me a reason to come there. You know? Why don't you stop giving me a reason to come to Connorsville? Can you do that?
Any of you ever had somebody from the internet come to your town twice? I've had GP come to my fucking town and threaten me. I have had Sam come to my town twice now to stalk my girlfriend. And now this retarded bitch wants to think that I'm going to murder her. No, just stay the fuck away from me and things will be fine. I've always said that. If you think there is a huge problem, call the fucking police, whom I know every single one of, and we will handle it legally. I don't want to go to court anymore because I am really sick to death of it.
Yeah, I don't want to go to court anymore.
Hang on a second. I got it. Motherfucker.
Oh, what was that? Probably Clara texted him or something. Look at this shit. This is the stream that these two jabronis did last, a week ago, Friday, August 2nd, after the court hearing. Look at the tags he put down here on this stream. Podcast and comedy was already there. So anything after that is what he specifically put for this stream. I'll read them to you. Sam Telfer, stalker, weirdo, gun, bang, dead, assault, murder. I mean, but okay.
And I would just like for this shit to be taken serious because we are at a point now where people can get hurt. Okay, it's not a threat. You want to go to the fucking judge? Have Lisa Manning say it's a threat. Be glad to go into court.
Who's going to get hurt? Who? He's the one saying we're at a point where somebody's going to get hurt. Am I saying that? No. Am I talking about my arsenal of weapons and illegal ammunition while doing my live stream on the internet talking about him? About Ron and Clara? No. No. Am I the one adding tags to my videos that say Ron Corbin, stalker, weirdo, gun, bang, dead, assault, murder? No. No, that's not me. That's you. You're the one brandishing the weapons. You're the one showing illegal ammunition. You're the one who keeps repeating and demonstrating over and over your sickly, dangerously distorted understanding of laws such as castle doctrine and stand your ground. Like, you're the one saying that you knew where I was last Friday and that you came looking for me. You're the one who said that you knew where I was last Friday and you came looking for me, and that if you had found me at the courthouse, you would have literally harassed the shit out of me until we were both kicked out of court. You're the one who said that you came looking for me to make sure that my, what was it? Nasty, fat, cunt, bitch ass left town. You're the one who's saying that you came looking for me and that you wanted to stand over me and just talk. That all of this shit is coming from you. And you're the one saying, somebody's going to get hurt. Dude. You ain't going to do shit, first of all. So just stop. Like, you sound absolutely fucking ridiculous. You know you sound ridiculous. And that's really what the majority of his rage is about present day, is the fact that he knows he's making an absolute ass of himself and he literally cannot stop himself. Cannot stop himself.
Roll out the Second Amendment and show everybody exactly what I'm allowed to do and what the laws are. Yabba's baby daddy raped a 4-year-old, died 3 days later, and now they think that they're going to stalk and harass me in my town.
Nobody is stalking, harassing you. Nobody is stalking, harassing Clarajandra. Knock it the fuck off. Listen, he says that the first time I came to Connorsville, that I was stalking Clara because I came to serve her when she'd already been served and I knew it. And I already proved that to be untrue. Do you remember after the hearing when I, on my live stream, called and asked the clerk of the Floyd County Superior Court on what day the court received service back, the service confirmation back for Clara having been served via U.S. certified mail? Do you guys remember on what date they received the service back and logged it into their system? I do. It was February 14th, the day before the hearing. What day did I go down there to have her served? It was like the week before, February 8th, I believe. I also contacted the court on the morning of February the 8th to double check to see if they had received service back, the service confirmation back from the certified mail, and they said no. That was Friday. The hearing was the following Thursday. That was the day I had to available in my schedule to drive to Connorsville, pay the sheriff the whatever 20 something dollars it was, the service fee to have the sheriff serve her. I don't work Fridays. I'm off Fridays. We know this. I've said it over and over and over again. I work in the dental industry. I only work Monday through Thursday. Like, all of these things are verifiable. So if either you or Clara wants to mark that as number one, they keep saying they've got 2 on me or they've got 3 on me or whatever it is, their little tally marks on the things they quote unquote have on me. You really think you're gonna swear under oath to a judge in a court of law and tell them that I came down there in February, the first time I was in Connorsville, that you can prove I was just stalking Clara because she'd already been served and I knew that, when I can prove for a fact that the court where the hearing was being held, Floyd County Superior Court, did not even get the proof of service back until the following week? After I had the sheriff serve her on Friday, the court did not log the certified mail service in their system until the following Wednesday, the 14th. I can also prove that I contacted the court clerk on the morning of Friday, February the 8th, before I traveled 2.5 hours to Connersville to pay the sheriff to serve, that I checked with the court on that morning. No, we do not have service back yet. Well, this is my last opportunity to have the Fayette County Sheriff serve her. So I guess today's the day that I'll have to make the drive to have that happen. That's what I was there for. That's what happened. You can call it stalking all goddamn day and night, Ronald Corbin. You can put it in whatever document you want to put it in. You can swear it to any judge you want to swear it to. You can swear it to the police. You can swear it to DCS. You can swear it to the baby Jesus, to your mother, and to your grandmother. It's not going to make it true. But I mean, go ahead. If you really convinced yourself that you can convince whoever that shit was, that I was down there stalking your girlfriend, go for it. By all means, please do. Please harass me with the fucking police on some shit that you know is not true and that you know I can prove is not true. I know you watch my streams. You watch my streams. Clara watch my streams. You all watch my streams. And what you don't watch, you read on the fucking farms, who literally dictates every word I fucking say. So yes, on August 10th, 2024, for the last fucking time, I've addressed you accusing me of having come down there the first time in February to stalk your fucking girlfriend. At this point, I'm just going to have to say, I fucking dare you. I dare you. Tell them fucking lies on me. Frenchie's disdain for bullshit politics. Thank you so much for being a member for 1 month. Put down the substances and pick up the job postings 1-1. JFC, man. Anyway, moving on. I am so sick of hearing him say that I've been to Connersville twice and I've stalked his girlfriend both times. And the first time I came down there, I knew she wasn't served. Fuck you. I've covered it. I've proven it. I was there 100% legally I can be in Connersville any day I want for any reason I want to. And you can't just say she's here. Oh, I live here too and she's stalking me and have it be stalking. Stop it.
I think they're going to come to my town and make my kid uncomfortable.
Why and how? I'm sorry. I need to make my tick mark. Can't forget. Why and how would your fucking kid be aware of my whereabouts? How? How would your kid be made aware of my fucking whereabouts? Again, that's on you. If your kid is aware of my whereabouts and that makes him feel any fucking type of way, that is on you. Thank you, Shiny Seal.
No, we're not doing that. What receipts? I don't know what you're talking about. Receipts of me seeking drugs? I don't know. You want to talk about the guy selling the drugs?
Oh, look, there's the chat right there. Holly said, are you going to address the receipts of you seeking drugs? You have a lot to say about others. Just curious what you have to say. Atta girl. I didn't realize this had the chat playback because I've only just been listening to it. That's great.
Want to talk about the guy selling the drugs? I think that's a little more important, right? That's a year ago. That was a fucking year ago.
Let's talk about somebody else involved in the situation, not me. And also, it was a year ago.
The guy that's sharing shit with
not shocked at all whatsoever that's his response. Hey, AK.
You blew $30,000 on heroin with his wife. She died 3 times. He had to revive her 3 times. And they called.
We've literally heard that story from him. I kid you not, no less than 50 times. No less than 50 times. And it still has absolutely fucking nothing to do with the fact that Z dropped receipts that you were at minimum looking to buy speed. And the second receipt, if the dude Dustin is to be believed, used speed with Dustin.
Overdosed so much that the EMT told him not to report it, call the police, just to call them and say it's a medical emergency. Now, if everybody wants to take the word of the lying junkie, that's cool. I don't give a fuck. That was over a year ago.
You're the lying junkie, dude. It was over a year ago. And also he did something.
And furthermore, let me just say this to everybody. Speed? What are you talking about? Was there meth mentioned? No. It said speed. Speed comes in many forms. Adderall, Black Beauties.
Well, you asked for Adderall, and he said he didn't have it. I don't know what a Black Beauty is because I'm not into speed. But listen, man, all I'm saying is I have no reason to believe that the substance isn't what this person says it is.
Cocaine, crack, meth, all kinds of stuff.
As if one is better than the other. What is he just see? That's another thing. That's another way you're giving it away that it's meth, Ron. The fact that you're just like so adamant and say it's not meth, it could be anything, but it's not that. I mean, what is what the hell's a Black Beauty? Anyone? I have no idea. Oh, Rissa says Black Beauties are from the 70s. Oh, Black Beauties are bought from gas stations. Black. Okay, it wouldn't be Black Beauties. You just go to the gas station and buy it if that were the case. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, but it's like Chantel with the dick pic. Exactly.
But what you are getting is another guy locally who's been harassing me. And you know what he did when he did that?
Oh, God. Now everybody's harassing Ron and Clara. How crazy is that? How do the two of you end up in a position where literally everybody in your town and everybody online is harassing you? That's wild.
He threw somebody under the bus. He did. He put his life at risk doing that. But guess what? Guess what? He deleted his Facebook because I put out a screenshot of him trying to sell me pills. He didn't like that, did he? That was a year ago too. Over a year ago. Way over a year ago.
Yeah, that was a year ago too. So long ago, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I have been exposed for abusing pills and speed more than once on the internet because it was over a year ago.
So if you've got a problem, call the Connersville Police Department and tell them Seth Isaac is a plug because I'm not the problem.
Two Cardinals, that's an excellent point. Excellent point. Thank you for saying that. Two Cardinals says Zeeth owns the fact that he was a drug addict. Haven't heard you own anything, Negs. And I seen over on Z's channel that he like literally was slapping down his drug test results. Z must be on paper because Z's been taking regular drug tests and he has the paper from his regular, I think like weekly drug test back for like over the last year. And he was literally slapping that shit down on the table, one after another, after another. Mm-hmm. Mimi 2560A, thank you so much for the super chat. Just tuned in. They are done. The word on the street is Ron and Claire broke up because Ron has been exposed for abusing speed. And also Clara betrayed him by tweeting out the link to Isaac's stream from last night while he was trying to go live talking about me. So, yeah.
Was that Holly that said that? Such a fucking
thank you for the super chat, Mimi.
You and Christina. Christina's turned into a disgusting human being. Let's watch Sam, because you guys need to take this serious because you're out there. Holly, Christina is here. Gothic, all of you are out here inciting this shit on me. You're inciting it on me. You are fucking
look at his hand gesture. His little that's what we call the righteous hand of Chantel. Glad to see it making an appearance over here with Ronnie.
Listen. Okay. So if you got a problem, call the police and tell them that people are selling drugs. Because one, the message was cut off, right? You don't know what was said after that. You don't know what was said after that.
What does it matter what was said after that?
You have no clue what was said after that.
Doesn't matter. You were still seeking to purchase speed. You were looking for Adderall. You were seeking to purchase a controlled substance, a schedule whatever medication, i.e. Adderall, on the streets. You know that's a felony, right? And then you were also exposed for when you couldn't find Adderall, looking to purchase 1 gram of an unspecified form of the illicit drug known as speed.
No clue. No clue. And furthermore, let me tell you something. If you think Yab and Sam don't do drugs, then
because it's not just the drug dealer that gets charged in these transactions, right? When you purchase and possess drugs, that's also illegal.
Tell me why they do the shit they do.
Wait, what did he just say?
Furthermore, let me tell you something. If you think Yab and Sam don't do drugs, then tell me why they do the shit they do.
He can't be serious. First of all, what does that have to do with anything? Does that make you not a drug abuser? Does that make you not somebody looking to purchase Adderall or speed from your friend?
Do you think that people who aren't on drugs do this stuff? Yeah, it is a look over there. Nobody gives a fuck. And furthermore, if I have a day away from my kid and he's not around and I want to party, I'll do it because I'm an adult. And guess what? You can't fucking do shit about it. If I want to go out and get fucking shit-faced drunk, whatever. Call police on pedo apologists. Well, there's some concerns about what's happening in that home and what Sam has done because I didn't get to show you guys one of the screenshots that I had. I'm just going to read it to you, though, because I don't know how to do this fucking Rumble Studio shit.
Literally nobody believes that me or Yama's on drugs. Literally nobody. Dude, we still have we have one bottle of alcohol in this house that I swear to you has been we've had it for 2.5 years, I think. And it's the same bottle of alcohol that we had the last time DCS came knocking on the door over 2 years ago.
All that well yet. Hang on just a second.
Has DC made a statement? Not that I've seen, AK.
But we're always giving Neg shit, right?
That's true, Missing.
Well, anyway, I'm just going to...
That's true, Missing Mimic. Yaba's love for my fupa is all the drugs she needs.
Tell you what the person said, right? Sam said that Yaba's would sell her kids in the sex trade. Sam said she was married to a pedophile. Sam's ex is a pedophile. There's a few other things, all pedophilic adjacent, right? Is anybody concerned about kids?
You're so fucking sick, dude. So fucking sick.
At all? Are you concerned at all? They sure as fuck called CPS to my house 10 times. And they left every single time. You know why? Because nobody I have laid in bed with raped a 4-year-old. That's why. So this right here, this video.
I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about drugs. Oh, that's right. Gen X housewife brought up the that. Okay. I guess good game. Gen X housewife, good game. I see what you did there. You could see him struggling with the topic of the fact that he has been exposed for trying to buy illicit drugs, Adderall and speed. I see you, girl. Go ahead. Good play.
Video was our reward for calling Sam Telfer out, because how dare you? How dare you call Sam Telfer out, right?
I mean, call me out for what?
Point me in the right direction. Oh, I see where I'm at now.
What's he doing? What's he doing lean forward like that? See, I told you guys I only listened to this. I didn't get to actually watch it. What's he doing?
I see where we are. All right, guys, we're almost there.
Fucking voice makes me kill myself.
Oh my. What did he say? Did he say my voice makes him want to kill himself? Are you a danger to yourself, sir? Are you having unaliving yourself ideations?
Okay, here we go. This is fine. This is fine right here.
Furthermore, Holly, you're drunk. You drink every day. So
Okay.
fuck off.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, hello, fat ass.
Welcome. I don't see my wife. Is
Welcome
my
to my
wife in the chat?
stalking. Is your wife in the
Anyone
chat?
seen her?
Probably.
I've been driving. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Double check live 360.
This is inappropriate. Clara went to New Albany to get a transcript. Not me.
Stop right the fuck there, because I am so sick of that shit too. He keeps talking about Sam drove 5 hours, 5-hour round trip, 5-hour round trip, 5 hours round trip, 5 hours round trip. It was 5 hours round trip. She's so crazy. It was 5 hours round trip. Do you guys realize that Clara drove the same 5-hour round trip to drive down to the Floyd County Courthouse to request a transcript from the court reporter? Do you know that she did this literally months after I requested the transcript for the same hearing from the same court reporter from the same court? And do you know that I never had to visit the courthouse to do that? Do you remember? We went over it. I showed you the emails. That's right. Requesting transcripts from the Floyd County, Indiana Superior Court 3 court reporter Samantha Griffin is done via email. She's not even an employee of Floyd County. She does not have an office or a cubicle at the courthouse. When you call the Floyd County Superior Court 3 courthouse clerk and ask them what's the procedure for requesting transcripts, they tell you. You email the court reporter. Her name is Samantha Griffin, and this is her email address. And then she will email you back with an estimate. And remember, I showed the emails. I showed all of the email communication. So tell me the purpose, the legitimate purpose of Clarajandra driving the same exact 5-hour round trip for her to drive down here to request transcripts in person at the courthouse from somebody who doesn't even work at the courthouse. She doesn't even work there. But you guys are going to hear a whole fuck of a lot from Ronaldo and Clarajandra about me driving a 5-hour round trip twice. And we've already been over the reasons why. The first time I did was to pay the sheriff's department and have him serve. You have to do that in person. You have to. I mean, yeah, you could mail a money order and 3 copies of whatever it is you want served on somebody to the sheriff, and they will do the service. But I already told you what the timeline was. Like I gave it as much time as I could for the Floyd County court to receive back and enter into their system proof that Clara had accepted service via US certified mail. The very last day, I waited as long as possible. By the Friday before the hearing, there was no time to mail 3 copies of what I wanted served on her and a check or money order for $20-something. The only other option was to take the day on the Friday before the hearing, drive the 2.5 hours, 5 hours round trip, pay the sheriff, give him the 3 copies, and have her served. The sheriff didn't seem to find it odd that I drove a 5-hour round trip to have him serve her. He did not bat a fucking eye at it. You know who else didn't bat an eye on it? The attorney I spoke with that day on the phone, told them what I was doing. The only people who seem to not understand that is not only a perfectly legal but normal and regular thing to do is Ron and Clara, who for some reason need very, very, very badly for you to believe that was some sort of stalking event. The second time I went to Connorsville was to attend and observe a court hearing that was not being broadcast over the internet anywhere. It wasn't a Zoom. There was no Zoom link where the public could observe. The only way to observe and take notes on what was going on the hearing of August the 2nd was to be there in person. So, yes, I drove a 5-hour round trip to do that. And guess what? Perfectly within my fucking right to do that. It doesn't matter that I don't like you and you don't like me and that I don't like Clara and she doesn't like me. It doesn't matter. I'm still allowed to be there. As long as I did not, in any way try to harass her or instigate her or make any contact with her whatsoever, which I didn't either time. Now he's making up all this shit that when I was down there in February, I parked out in front of his store and then I parked out in front of his house and I did this and I did that and you were parked here and there's cameras. Do I need to get the footage? Shut the fuck up, dude. He has been saying for the last week that he knows the route that I take in and out of town. And he swears that he knows for a fact the route that I take and that I take the route that takes him past his house. And that's how he's so fucking sure that I have driven past his house because he knows for a fact the route I take in and out. I really need to shut up so we can watch this stream together. Because when we get to the part to where I'm leaving town, he's so fucking sure that I'm going to turn right. And when I turn left and he sees me heading the fuck out of town on Indiana 44, just like the fuck I said I've taken both times, he's like, oh, yeah, I guess I was wrong. Yeah, you were real fucking wrong, but you were real sure of it. You were real sure of it. He was so sure of it. He was also saying that he found me, that he knew the route that I was taking out of town, and that he found me, and that he was behind me, or I was behind him, or yeah, he says at one point in here that I was behind him. He's like, I knew that was you behind me. I recognized the decorations you have in your hanging off your rear view or whatever like that. No, dude, because now you fucked up. You had to admit that you were completely wrong about the way I took out of town after you watched me turn by turn. I even said the name of the street I was turning onto. When I said the name of the street I'm turning onto, he's like, see, you're about to take a right or something like that. And I didn't. I turned the other way. So tell me again how you're so sure that you found me and that I was behind you or you were behind me and I have a shitty car and that I knew that you had found me and that's why I skedaddled out. You're lying. You're lying. You're a big fat fucking liar. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and play this so you guys can see just how big of a fucking liar he is. You're a fucking liar, Ron.
I didn't do that shit. And Sam, I'll be honest with you. I went looking for you because I wanted to talk to you as an adult.
Don't come looking for me. I'm gonna tell you right the fuck now, Ronald Paul Corbin of Connersville, Indiana. Do not ever, ever come looking for me again in your fucking life. Are we clear? I don't want to talk to you face to face, sir. Whatever I have to say to you, I will say right here on my fucking YouTube channel or on my Twitter publicly for God and everyone to see and hear. Don't you ever come looking for me again, pal.
So if
Motherfucker,
you think,
now you've been warned.
oh, like you want to run to a judge, you want to go drag the shit in court and get Yabba to lie under oath, which I have absolute proof of in transcripts, because you drove 5 hours round trip and I went to find you to have a conversation. That was it. I wasn't going to hurt you. I've never hurt anybody in my life unless they swung on me first.
Motherfucker, if you come looking for me and you find me, somebody's going to be hurt.
So fuck yourself.
See him found me in the Wendy's. Is my wife in the chat? I'm not starting until my wife's in the chat.
Oh, you can't see her? She's as big as a fucking goddamn Hindenburg.
No. What a scarecrow. What do you mean?
What do you mean, scarecrow? What are you doing in my town? What are you doing in my town?
Fuck you. What was your girlfriend doing in my town, bitch? Drove 5 hours to request something that was supposed to have been done via email.
Why are you making people uncomfortable?
What are you looking at? Oh, it's the photo in my car. This is my biggie bag I just got from
yeah, of course you got a biggie bag, fat.
This is my ginger ale that I brought with me.
I don't care.
Because I was not feeling well.
Nobody gives a fuck about your ginger ale.
My wife knows
nobody gives a fuck if you're feeling well.
This is my hoodie. This is my Ronaldo hoodie that I got. She's okay, guys. It's fine. She's driving.
Oh, hang on a minute. Is that payment for Lisa Manning's next case? Is that sweatshirt? Is that her payment?
She's listening. Okay.
Why would I give Lisa Manning my Ron John hoodie that my wife bought for me the day we were married on the beach in Florida? You fucking freak. Hey, Nikki Leah. It's so nice to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever, girl. Welcome. Glad you could be here.
Okay. DC put out that you weren't allowed in Connersville. She said I wasn't allowed in Connersville.
No, your Connersville privileges are hereby revoked. And I'm telling you.
I don't know who the fuck you think you are, sir, but by you making that statement, that just demonstrates that you are completely out of touch with reality. Because again, I don't know who the fuck you think you are telling me my Connersville privileges are revoked. I will go wherever the fuck I want. Are we clear?
Run, tell whoever. If I so much as hear you're in town, I'm calling the police. I'm going to tell them your license plate number. I'm going to tell them what you're driving, and I'm going to have them pull you over because
I have some questions. 1, how do you know my license plate number? 2, how do you know what I drive? Okay, you might know what I drive because I do believe I said it on a live stream prior to me going down there. So I will give you that you might know the make and model of my vehicle. Although I'm not sure how, because last week when he said he went out looking for me and found me, he said I drive a shitty car. And if he knows what I drive, he knows I don't drive a shitty car. Anyway, how do you know my license plate number? That's what I want to know. So I'm supposedly stalking you, but you are telling me that if you ever find out that I am traveling in Connersville, Indiana, you are going to harass me via the police, which is not legal to do. That you're going to harass me with the police and give them my license plate number and what I'm driving and tell them to pull me over. Why? What lie is it you are telling us that you intend to give law enforcement to have me pulled over the next time you hear that I'm in Connersville?
Allegedly, you brought a gun.
Certainly allowed in Connersville.
because allegedly I brought a gun. And when and where did you hear that, sir? Because I have heard a lot of chatter from you about that over the last couple of days. He listens to the whole stream. During this 2 hours and 51 minutes overnight, he watches the whole hour and 17-minute stream. I've listened to the entire thing. I never heard him. I never heard the part where and he has been making a point of saying allegedly. Every time he's brought this up and try to say that I've had a gun, he's made a point of saying allegedly. And we never get to the point in the stream where I supposedly, allegedly say I have a gun. I never said I had a gun with me in Connorsville. I didn't say it because I didn't have one. Why would I? I find it interesting, though, that he has been saying over the last couple of days repeatedly that allegedly Sam had a gun. And now you're telling me that if you ever find out I'm in Connorsville, Indiana again, that you intend to tell the police to pull me over and you're going to tell them that I have a gun. And even if I did, though, here's the thing. Even if I did, I'm allowed to, that's not illegal. I'm allowed to have a firearm with me in my vehicle in the state of Indiana. So I'm not sure why you would think that you should harass me using law enforcement and tell them to pull me over because I have a gun. And why are you admitting that you intend to harass me in such a way, Mr. Corbin?
Connorsville. I'm in Connorsville right now. You want to see a view of? No, I'm not going to. No, gonna.
So why is it with Clara with the new Albany you flipped out? You've been to Connorsville twice. Why is that?
I want to show her.
We've already covered that. You see, they're not going to address it. Clara and Ron will never take to internet and give an explanation for why Clara had to drive 5 hours to request transcripts when the procedure is to request them via email directly from the court reporter. They will never give that explanation. So, whatever.
Where I'm at.
You want to show what you're at?
All right, so this is what happened, guys. Are you ready? I'm going to tell you the story. This is what happened.
Yeah, all the stalking and harassment doesn't change the fact that Yaba's dead pedo baby daddy did what he did. I'll just say that.
I'm not sure where that came from. Oh, look, there it is. The chat. Gen X Music Rules has to bring it back around to that. Okay, that's interesting.
The only people that have mentioned that little girl's name is Yaba, period. She's blamed Al. She's blamed.
She can say that little girl's name. You can't. You can't. Al can't.
Me? She's blamed everybody. No. Sam put her name in the obituary. Why would you're married to your stalker? That blows.
Go ahead and block Xtina G.
Yeah, block that. Get your hug box, baby.
Clippy P. Goodbye, weirdo.
Bye. Get your hug box. Get your hug box.
You get stressed for the entire town. No. Okay, so I come down to Connorsville today to observe a public court hearing.
She is an associate of Tragic, whom is about to get butt raped.
Dude, what are you talking about? I'm an associate of Tragic. I know I have had less interaction with and know less about Tragic online than I have you. I mean, I know Tragic or of Tragic in the same way that I know of you and Clara. So, I mean, I guess if you're going to say I'm an associate of Tragic, you would also say I'm an associate of you and Clara, if that's what you're going to call it. I'm just a fucking YouTube live streamer, man. And you and your former female girlfriend just so happen to be the majority of my content, just like me and my wife happen to be a majority of or a portion of your content. We cover I cover the shit that you put online and you cover the shit that we put online and then some, don't you?
Great by guest mob.
And I entered the courtroom shortly after the hearing and everything started. So the judge was taking the inmates first.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was supposed
Clara
to be there,
in
but
the courtroom. They was in the front row,
yeah,
wearing a very fancy green and yellow knockoff Versace blouse.
Nah, see, bitch, I want to tell you something. You two broke hillbillies and your designer dogs and shit. That's how you flex. That shit ain't knockoff. What are you talking about knockoff? What do you know about designer goods, Sam? You're a broke, white, trash piece of shit. And
he's so offended by the fact that I said Clarajandra was wearing a knockoff Versace. Hey, girly pop, glad you could be here. What do you know about designer? I knew enough to know that was a knockoff Versace. I know that much. Speaking of which, I mean, I described the Versace garment that Clarajandra was wearing. Today, though, Yaba and I, we went to the movies with the kids and we saw the new Despicable Me movie. And I about lost my shit when the movie came on because the villain, I don't know the guy's name. I don't know the character's name. I'm not going to lie. I slept the majority of the movie. But anyway, the villain in the Despicable Me 4 movie was wearing the same top that Clara did to the hearing. I died. I was like, holy shit. There it is. Because, despite the lie that Clarajandra told the judge in court last Friday that I have recorded and taken photographs or whatever in the courtroom, I have not, do not, will not. I'm not that fucking stupid. So I just had to describe the garment that Clara was wearing to my wife and to Manning, and then later on my live stream to you all. And I told you it was an emerald green and gold knockoff Versace. And then, holy shit, here it is. I know. That's like an actual photo of Clara, for real, for real. Actually, though, for real, though, it was something more like this, but it was definitely a knockoff because it wasn't this, but it was close to it. But this is like basically what it was. Remember, I told you it was long, emerald green, gold, but it was rayon. But yeah, it looked very, very similar to this, only a knockoff and cheap. Suki with the good Gucci tawdry. Thank you so much for the super chat. I just checked in on Negs and Clara and they haven't broken up. Y'all, Sam lies constantly. Thank you so much for the super chat. Of course, they're going to come online and say that they haven't broken up, Suki. Of course they are. Duh. Doesn't make me a liar. But thank you for your $5 super chat. I appreciate you, for real. All right, where were we? Oh, yeah. So anyway, he was so worked up over my description of what Clarajandra was wearing to the hearing. He got real upset. Oh, hold on. This is an actual picture that we took in the movie theater when I elbowed the shit out of Yaba. And I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what Clara was wearing in court. She was like, are you kidding me? I was like, swear. She said, say swear. And I said, swear. And she took the picture. I told you guys it was emerald green and gold. It looked just like that. That's what she wore to court with black slacks and brown Jesus sandals. Lord have mercy. We're never going to get through this. Shut up. Hold on. Wait.
They had the hood, Sam. You're a broke, white trash piece of shit.
I'm a broke, white trash piece of shit. And what are you?
This right here is you.
Suki says it's important to know that Sam lies. That is all. All right. Thank you, Suki. Thank you for stopping by, dear.
Stalking my girlfriend in court. They had to hold you for 10 minutes so she could get safely home.
They had to hold you for 10 minutes so she could get safely home. Look, dude, and any judge who had somebody in their courtroom under oath swearing under penalty of perjury that there was a woman seated in the spectator area who was her stalker, any judge is going to have to say, all right, you sit there for 10 minutes and let this crackpot get a 10-minute head start, like they held me for 10 minutes. He didn't hold me for 10 minutes. He told me to wait. Listen, he literally looked at me and said, wait 10 minutes before you leave. I said, okay. He got up and left the courtroom, never seen him again. Like, I wasn't held in the courtroom. Like, what are you talking about? I could have very well got up and left at any point in time. But anyway, about it.
And the judge told you that if you did any recording, took pictures, he would charge you. You don't bring that up, do you?
Black slacks.
I mean, you know what? He might have said that. I don't know. And I don't care. If the judge had said that, you want to maybe know why that did not register for me. And I did not hold it in my memory bank. because it didn't apply. That's why. I knew I wasn't recording. I knew that. I knew if the judge, and I knew full well that judge, I told you guys that judge was real fucking feisty. I knew full well. In fact, I kind of expected the judge to literally have the sheriff's deputy come over and confiscate my phone and look through it, right? He's a judge. He can literally do a search warrant right then and there. Could he not? Sure, he could have. I fully expected it. Like, oh, great. I'm going to have to hand my phone over, But I didn't. He didn't. So it didn't really, it didn't, I didn't store that particular piece where if he did say, if I find out, I'll have you charged, because I knew I wasn't recording. It was a non-issue for me. Outside of the fact that I was not shocked to hear Clara tell a judge under oath that I have a history of recording and playing recordings of her court hearings, which it's a flat out fucking lie. She later admitted on your panel later that day that she knew it was Nikki P in the United Kingdom who recorded her hearing, not me. She knows that. Oh, Sam played a clip of it. Where is the clip? Where's the clip? Play it on your fucking Rumble. Play the clip of me playing. It doesn't exist. Now, later in this stream, he will hold his phone up to the camera, and he claims that that it's a screenshot of a screenshot that I posted supposedly of Clara during one of her court hearings. Give me a fucking break. I will literally wipe my fat ass with that shit. Get out of my face.
I'm getting the transcripts.
Brown, strappy, old lady sandals.
What the fuck? You looked her up? You looked her from head to toe? Does anybody else find that creepy? That this lesbian who's married to another woman, looked at my girlfriend from head to toe? And now,
I mean, it's a small courtroom. She was seated 2 rows in front of me, maybe 10 seats down. There was nobody else in the courtroom. Nothing obstructing my view of her. At one point, she stood up, walked out of the courtroom, walked back into the courtroom, took her seat. Is this fancy weird? She looked my girlfriend up and down. Yeah, I wanted to see what that weird bitch was wearing, and she did not disappoint. She did not disappoint. She wore this blouse with black old lady slacks and old lady Jesus sandal. It was great.
Now she's describing what she wore. I am Monday. I'm taking this to the same judge.
Really? I hope you do. I hope you take this to that judge and see what the fuck he tells you. He's going to tell you to get out of his face. Actually, he's not going to tell you shit because he's not going to entertain it. So that's what's going to happen. Make sure you take this stream too. All right? You take this one too with the chat.
The sandals, brown. She wore. Oh, and she had a metallic gold backpack.
Mm-hmm. And
her makeup was hideous. How do I know her makeup was hideous? I'm going to tell you how.
You look like somebody smashed you look like you had Down syndrome and somebody smashed your head. That's how you look now. You have a gut. You waddle.
You know what he's talking about? He's talking about that image that Beg Linda uses of me, that she's like completely distorted my face. That's what he's talking about. And he really thinks that's what I look like.
You look like the penguin. That's what kills me about you, Isaac, Yaba, and all these other motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm 5'1" and I waddle and I have a gut and I look like the penguin. Dude, everybody knows. I mean, there's a reason, my wife tells everybody she loves my fupa. She loves the gunt. All right. I gunt around. She loves it. And what's your problem?
Of you, Foodie Beauty, you're all fat as fuck.
Sitting at the back of the courtroom. I shit you not. No less.
How are you, pal?
30 minutes. No less than 30 minutes it took her to find hearing by sticking here because I really want to eat my baby dad.
Yeah, Ronald, you look like you live on a street corner.
Yeah, you want to eat. Yeah, we know.
You know what? I don't know.
You know you want to eat. Yeah, eat.
See, that was the door dress. So yeah.
Well, yeah, I wanted to eat. That hearing was at 2:00. I think by now it was like 3:30 or going on 4:00. I was fucking starving.
I was sitting, so there's 3 rows of chairs. She was in the front row all the way to the end. And I snuck in and I sat in the back row. It's a very small
What was that?
dress. So yeah, I was sitting, so there's 3 rows of chairs. She was in the front row all the way to the end. And I snuck in and I sat.
Why did you have to sneak in?
I snuck in because I did not want her to notice me, because I was not there for Clara to notice me. I was there to observe and take notes. That's why. Dumb fuck.
Because you're stalking her. This is 2.
Lord have mercy.
And you heard the judge about tragic. One more IRL thing. And the order.
The judge did not say that. He said she had 1 and a possible and she needed 3.
Will be issued. And if he breaks it, he will be charged. Okay?
In the back row. It's a very small courtroom. Very small.
It's a small town, you dumb fuck.
I was there, as you know. I was there. You were not. How are you going to tell me what was and wasn't said in that hearing, sir? You weren't there. I was. You weren't there. You couldn't have been listening. Could you have? No. Why? Because you can't record. You can't have your phone on speaker. Right, Clara? Shiny Seals, big fupa balls. Thank you so much for the super chat. Like Clara is in peak condition, right?
I was sitting back there no less than 30 minutes before she finally turned around and saw me, right?
Listen to this. Listen to this, guys. What about this is acceptable to anyone?
What do you mean? It was fucking hilarious. What? So because I, a member of the fucking public who was only made aware that this proceeding was even going on because Clara said it publicly on the internet. Otherwise, nobody would have known. Maybe Clara shouldn't have made this public knowledge that this was going on. Anyway, about it. Just because I found humor in the situation and I enjoyed the experience of driving down to Connorsville on a beautiful day and observing the hearing and then going live afterwards to tell everybody what happened, just because that was an enjoyable experience for me, does not make it stalking, harassment. It does not make it unacceptable. It doesn't make it inappropriate. It doesn't. So go tell the judge that I, went live right after the hearing and on my YouTube channel and had a good laugh about everything that I had seen. I was respectful in that man's courtroom. There were no signs posted anywhere around the building or on the entryway to the courtroom or inside the courtroom that said you could not have your phone out and take notes or any. It didn't say, there was nothing posted about phones. So I didn't know, genuinely didn't know. The judge seems to think that it should be common knowledge, that having your phone out during court is prohibited. Well, it's not, good sir. It's not. And now maybe you should post something. I don't know, whatever. Bottom line is, I truly, because why did I not know I couldn't have my phone out? Clara was on her phone the whole damn time until her case was called. I'm just saying, Clara was on her phone the whole time. I was on my phone, during the cases that were called prior to hers. And I was taking notes on my phone for at least a good, I don't know, I have to look back at the message, maybe 5 or 10 minutes into her hearing before he all of a sudden decided he was going to reprimand me for being on my phone. I don't know. Anyway.
It's not. It's a deflection.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was saying. Nothing about any of this that you're saying changes anything. Like, you cannot go to the judge and say, oh my God, she was laughing about it afterwards, therefore that proves that she's really stalking and harassing us. Like, no, dude, sorry for you, but it doesn't. And it doesn't somehow make it illegal. It doesn't somehow make it wrong. It doesn't somehow make it actionable by the judge because after the hearing I told people on the internet what I saw and heard and laughed about it. Like, no, stop. And I literally the whole time I was there, the day of that hearing, I stayed within a 2-block radius of the courthouse the entire time. Even when I drove past the former location of your business that you're no longer there. Even when I went to the Wendy's to get my biggie bag, guess what? Within a 2 to 3 block radius of the courthouse. I mean, I don't know how you're going to convince a judge that I was there to stalk or harass you or anybody else, my guy.
Because Sam was married to a pedophile. Yaba fucked a pedophile and had 2 or 3 kids. Yaba sent her kids there, right? Yaba calls everybody a pedophile. And then they put the fucking victim's name in the same obituary with her abuser. If somebody put my name in my abuser's obituary, I would have lost.
Dude, I hope this motherfucker does what he says he's going to do and he goes to the police and DCS and that judge on Monday. And I hope he says every fucking word of this shit repeatedly. Do it, motherfucker. Make sure you don't forget one fucking thing. Nothing. Say it all and say it repeatedly. Do it.
Fucking lost it. You're disgusting. You did that on purpose.
Look straight ahead. Because I'm not there to stalk her or intimidate her or harass her. I was there to...
No, you were there because you got caught having a pedo, or Yabba got caught having a dead pedo baby daddy after all these years.
Yes, say that too. When you go to the judge and you go to the police and you go to DCS on Monday, you tell them that's why I did it. You say it. Don't you fucking forget. You write that shit down.
They hear it and report back, right? Report back to who? All my friends. So I see her at the corner of my eye that she turned around. And I can tell she stared me down. So finally, I turn, I look at her dead in the face, and she goes,
thank you, Cat's-Roll.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? You know, if we go to court again, you know that we have money for an attorney. And I will.
If we go to court again, you know we have money for an attorney. And what do you think we don't?
Absolutely prove that Yabba lied under oath. She did. She lied under oath multiple times. You both said you were scared.
Dude, that hearing that you keep claiming Yabba lied under oath was in February of last year, dude. A year and a half. If you're so convinced that Yabba lied under oath and that you can fucking do something about it, why the fuck have you not? Shut the fuck up about it or do something about it.
Scared of us, but yeah, here you keep coming to our town, okay? You are affecting my child at this point. You are.
No. You are. If your child is being affected by anything related to anything going on the internet, that's you. And I'm going to tell you, oh, sorry, tick mark. Every fucking time you make that ridiculous fucking statement, I'm going to correct you. That is on you. You are affecting your kid.
I've had to take him out of school because you sick fucks are obsessed with kids. You imitate fucking his principal online. All you do is talk about him. So it's too.
Who imitated his principal online? And what do you mean all you do? Like, should I feel like he's earned another tick mark. I really do.
2018, you've called CPS 10 times.
And I looked at her.
Who's called CPS 10 times since 2018? Dude, you are off the rails. Yes, Stephanie C. Histrionic liar.
Dead ass. Right in my beady little eyes. And I said,
yep. Shh. Oh, did you?
Oh, he's talking about Principal Todd. That was funny as shit. That's not me. I mean, I think it's hilarious, but that's not me. Did he take himself off camera? Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for the super chat. The pizza pan incident was more traumatizing than anyone realized. Apparently, Wicked Crafter, apparently. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you.
Did you? That's great. That sounds apropos coming from stalker.
Look at him. He's off camera.
You were stalking her, Sam.
Oh, DG says, I believe the kid got kicked out. Probably. Stop saying that I stalked her. You know I wasn't stalking her. You know you're fucking making that shit up. You know I can prove that you're full of shit on that. Why don't you just stop saying it? Or don't. I mean, whatever.
And this whole thing's will prove it.
Just like that.
You're so cool. You're so cool. I'm speeding it up because I got on that.
Anyway, so then, mind you, Clarajandra Dean was on her phone all the time. While the judges, seeing the other, talking to the inmates and everything. Claire's on her phone. And I was on my phone too. I sure was. I had to consult with legal first, make sure.
Yeah, and he told you if you took a picture, recorded one thing, he would charge you because remember, we still have proof of, I believe it was either you or Al, I can't remember, somebody had to confirm it for me, that you played a clip from a court hearing that was not supposed to be recorded.
No, I didn't. You're full of shit.
Sam, all this shit is evidence.
I mean, you can say that, you can say it, and you can say it, and you can say it, and you can say it. But if you can't prove it, and you can't because it didn't happen, all you're doing is saying nothing but a bunch of fucking horse shit, dude. You might as well just say horse shit, right? So from now on, anytime you want to talk about Sam played a clip of a court hearing she shouldn't have, just say horse shit. Because that's all it is, and that's all it's worth. All right? Horse shit. Langley, thank you so much for the super chat. You are so kind. I appreciate you, girl. Everybody loving the chat for Langley. Good evening, Sam and everyone. Good evening, girl. Just say horse shit. Because that's all you have on that one is horse shit.
Anyway. These are phone.
Kimberlina says, Langley, you busy getting the D?
My phone. I make no records for nothing. She comes on, she sees me, she goes, what? She's so dramatic. What are you doing here? And I said, shh. And then she turns back around, she's tapping on her phone, I'm sure she's texting Ronaldo. Anyway.
Hey,
no, she didn't tell me until she got home. Because if she'd have told me right then, I would have rushed down there and sat right next to you.
So if you guys didn't catch that, Their story is that Clara did not tell him that I was in court until after she got home, which bullshit. 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 There's no way. There's no way. And if she didn't, what does that tell you about their relationship? If that were me, and if that were my hearing and I turned around and I seen Clara's ass in the courtroom, the first person I'd be texting is my wife, my partner. My voice does sound hilarious, but I agree. I can tell you she was texting somebody for sure immediately. There's just no way. There's just no way she did not tell him that until she got home. Bullshit. Bullshit.
And told you to shush. We could have been great friends sitting in the courtroom together.
She leaves the courtroom, but she leaves her bag there. I know it. I thought maybe she was going to leave, you know? Does that mean she was in court for her EPO? She tried to get on Tragic. Anyway, spoiler alert, denied. Tragic didn't even show up. She had her day in court. She told the judge all the lies she wanted to tell him and her big bad sob story. Tragic wasn't even there to deny anything. He wasn't there. So the judge just had to take everything she was saying, you know, as fact and true because there was no respondent there to deny.
Yeah, because he's a pussy. Tragic is not only a faggot, he's a fucking pussy. Okay? All he does is harass women.
Right up to Taco, I thought he was super busy with mental health appointments that day, and that's why he couldn't attend. Now he was just at home.
All he does is harass women. I'm telling you right now, I've been talking to multiple people. I've got a friend who knows like a lot of people in law enforcement. This shit is coming to an end. It's coming to a fucking end. One way or another, legally, it's coming to an end. Okay? Oh, I can't wait for this little girl to grow up and see that her name was mentioned in the obituary of the guy who did whatever he did to her.
That's a pretty sick, twisted, demented, evil, fucked up thing to say. Ron, why would you say that? What did that little girl do to you? What did that girl do to you for you to say something like that? That's pretty fucked up.
Anything, and it was still denied, bitch. The judge said you just ain't got it. You need three. You need 3 solid instances, 3 solid events or whatever that could be considered actionable, and you don't have it because you got 1.
We have 2 on you right now for coming to our city. 2. 3 if you count when you were.
I can come to your city any fucking day of the week that I damn well fucking please. So you have bullshit. You have absolutely fucking nothing. Why don't you knock that shit off? You're just making a fool out of yourself.
2 on you right now for coming to our city. 2. 3 if you count when you were stalking me at my store.
And you know the one.
Stop and see. Listen to this bullshit. 3 if you count when you were stalking me at my store. Bitch, when? Where? What are you talking about? Stalking him at his store.
What? The swatting. And the only reason he's counting the swatting is because Travis wasn't there to challenge whether or not he did.
He did it. It's on vid. His voice is on. We have a recording. I mean, what do you guys don't understand?
You have a recording that you say is him. You have no proof that it's him. You don't even have probable cause to believe it's him. And how do I know that you don't even have what can constitute probable cause to believe it's him? Is the fact that when Clara filed a report with the Connersville Police Department, the report was closed with no action on it. There was no probable cause to believe that the person who placed that call was the person that she said it was. In fact, they refused to even contact the police department in Maricopa County because there was just no proof. No proof, no reasonable probable cause, nothing. Nothing. Why do you think that the judge in court on August 2nd specifically asked Clara if she filed a police report and what the outcome of that was? And when the judge was told that the Connersville Police Department took the report and it's closed, what do you think? What conclusion do you think that a judge came to regarding that accusation? Langley, thank you so much for being a member for 27 months. If they have split, Clara could get the store and name it Clara's Cash and Carry. There, you have a job, Clara. That's a banger. Thank you, Langley. Addicted to cold brew. Thank you so much for the super chat. When did Ronaldo become the mayor of Connorsville? No shit. Thank you for the super chat.
Understand about evidence. Because Lisa Manning don't know shit about evidence. I just screenshot of Ron's fucking rumble.
You know, they tried to dinner because on the drive, it wasn't me. The police took a report and they closed it. You want to know why? Because it wasn't me. Even without traffic there, to tell the judge he was accusing me of swatting I did not commit. The judge still didn't give her.
He did it. I have a recording of his voice. And I'm telling you right now, I think I have a third instance on him already.
Yo, still told her when there, shouldn't have enough. You ain't got shit, Clara.
Okay, sorry. I had to answer a text. I have to tap it back. Hang on.
Lisa Manning don't know shit about evidence. I just screenshot of Ron's fucking rumble.
You know, they tried to dinner because on the drive, it wasn't me. The police took a report and they closed it. You want to know why? Because it wasn't me. Even without traffic there, to tell the judge he was accusing me of swatting I did not commit. The judge still didn't give her.
He did it. I have a recording of his voice. And I'm telling you.
I have a recording of his voice. So, who doesn't have a recording of his voice? We all have recordings of his voice.
Right now, I think I have a third instance on him already.
Yo, still told her when there, shouldn't have enough. You ain't got shit, Clara. He was like, yeah, the swatting, you know, they won.
Dude, there's no way you can go to the judge with that stupid, it was his voice on the phone call. No, because the judge is going to give more weight to the fact that, yes, it was reported to the police and they closed the police report and they're not pursuing that particular person for it. And that's it. Judge is not going to give a shit what you say or who you tell him, you know, whose voice you tell him you think it is. It doesn't matter because he knows the police have already looked into it. Ugh. I mean, fine. Go ahead.
That is one for sure. Yeah, but you can't prove that was traffic or did that swatting. You have no evidence.
We have a recording of his voice. It was obtained for us by somebody. Al reviewed it. It's his voice. Sam, this is what I hate about you is you know that everybody heard it. You know that he did it. And you're just trying to deflect from the fact that you and Yaba are surrounded by pedophiles. Your husband, you said you were married to a sex offender. You said that. Those are your words.
Wow. What? Wow. I should be taking a tally mark of every time he brings it back around to that. Shouldn't I? Too late now.
Right? You said Yaba would sell her kids into what? The sex trade? Is that what you said? Yeah, that's somebody I'd marry.
Did you report it to the police? She's like, yeah. What happened? She's like, I closed the case. She's like, I'm not right. It's a misdemeanor. Nobody cares. She literally said that. Okay, let me back up. Listen, I gotta back up.
Listen to this retard voice.
Thank you for the super chat. I can't stop reading them.
I'm gonna slow her down so you guys can hear just how excited she was to come and bring and wreak havoc in our lives.
Because I'll lose my train of thought. All right.
All right.
So,
okay.
My seatbelt off. I am parked. So anyway.
Oh, take your seatbelt off.
Right, Alex, make sure you tell the judge that MFW tried burning your shed down.
Really get it on.
Ooh, Colby's ex is very angry about this. Oh, wow. Outspoken. That's too bad. That's too bad.
Listen.
I hear that dude is a psycho.
So right before they call their names, the clerk and the judge.
Well, not only does he makes calls all the time, we have the recording of his voice. We have the recording of his voice.
Ooh, and what did the police say about that? Nothing.
He filed a.
What did they say about that? They said, you better leave this alone or you're going to end up getting charged with harassment by the police if you don't stop insisting that we do something to this man. That's what they told you. I know for a fact.
False police report. And they took exception to that. So they have you represent what happened.
They took exception to that.
In court so bad. I want to tell you another thing. Just because Clara does something doesn't mean you could do something to me and my kid. When you call CPS, let me tell you something. When you call CPS, you're harassing a child.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, sorry. The kid again. 5. I don't know what you're talking about. Just because Clara does something, I can't do something to you. I ain't done shit to you or your kid, you weirdo. I don't know what you're talking about.
You guys seem to love mentioning children.
Thank you, Patchwork Clone.
Harassing children.
You're the one who mentions children and harasses children and uses children as weapons and shields. Ron Corbin. That's you.
Right? Yaba said, nobody cares about our life. It's not that exciting. That's why we talk about foodie beauty. No, your baby daddy was a pedophile. And he defiled a 4-year-old little girl before he died of a heart attack in the back of a police car. Did you put that in the obituary? No. I'll be sure to write an appropriate obituary tomorrow for him.
Judge.
Okay, and you make sure, right, that you go on Monday to a judge and to the police and to the DCS and you make sure you cry them your victim story. how you're such a victim and you're being so harassed by Sam and Yaba on the internet. And then you make sure you tell them all the things you've been saying about our 4-year-old family member's essay. Don't you leave any of it out neither. You tell them everything, okay? You make sure you do that.
Start talking about whether or not the respondent had been served. And there was a lot of chatter between the two of them.
Mm-hmm. And the judge said that he was served, right? When I get these transcripts.
I never said the judge said he wasn't served, dude. Get the fucking transcripts. I don't know your fucking point.
Read them, Sam. Will you join me on panels so you can like sit there and admit you lied? Why don't you ever join panels with me? I always offer.
And
you're so full of shit. I've taken your link more than once and you have regretted it every time, sir. Thank you, Shiny Steels. Thank you.
The judge finally said, well, we're going to have to sort that out.
Yep.
So the judge was not going to sorted it out. But Claire was like, no. I did what you told me that time. And I hired a private process server. And they sent the return of service. So the judge was like, all right, fine.
Yeah, and don't forget to bring your screenshots from the Kiwi Farms, Ron.
And here she thinks she knows the law and it's tragic. Should report the server. No, that's not how it works, Sam. You don't know shit about the law. You have family members that are judges, and they've told you to never mention their names. You don't know shit about the law.
How the fuck do you know what my family members told me? You don't.
Because if you did, when Yaba went into court with me lying about being afraid, I, under cross-examination, got her to admit that she threatened Clara with a direct threat. That's one instance, right? See, I gave up on the EPO thing. I just carry a fucking gun. If somebody's going to try to hurt me, I'm going to hurt them. That's just how it is. Now, you want to twist that? Let me repeat again. I live in a stand your ground state. Let's just say your crazy ass jumped out with whatever little pew-pew you had, and you had it in your hand. Then we're on.
Anyway, what? Off top. As soon as they had settled.
Did he just make up some weird scenario involving me and guns again? What?
Whether or not tragic was served.
Andy Oak, thank you so much for being a member for 21 months. I thought he couldn't recall for most of that trial. Exactly. Hold on. Let me back it up.
To admit that she threatened Clara with a direct threat. That's one instance. We told you to never mention their names. You don't know shit about the law. Because if you did, when Yaba went into court with me lying about being afraid, I, under cross-examination, got her to admit that she threatened Clara with a direct threat. That's one.
Shut up. You didn't get her to admit anything. She told the truth about everything. Everything. She didn't lie. Why in the hell would she admit to what she said about Clara and then lie about doxing your mom? Make that make sense. That's what he claims that Yaba lied under oath about. When he asked her if she doxed his mom, she said no. And supposedly the piece of evidence he had to prove that she doxed his mom was a tweet from November of 2020 of mine where I doxed his mom, and she retweeted the tweet of a picture of her house. That's not Yaba doxing his mom. I doxed his mom. I called his mom while he was live. This everybody knows this. Yet when he asked Yaba if she's the one that doxed his mom, she said no, because that's the truth. I doxed his mom and he knows that. So again, though, Ron, you know what? I hear Ron's live. Fine. Can somebody go over there and tell Ron I'll happily take the link and come in his panel and we can talk about all of this? Let me pull his stream up. Is he live? Ron, make it make sense. Why would Yaba admit under oath to whatever it was she said about being a big bitch who likes to fight Clara or some shit like that? Okay. Why would she lie? Why would she tell the truth about that and then lie about doxing your mom? Why? Oh, I don't see him live anyway. That's too bad. Oh, no, he is. Oh, death awaits. So fucking dramatic. Oh. Hold on. Let me just. Damn it. What's going on? I think I clicked on an ad or something. Let me close that. Close that. Oh, I should have left that up. Damn it. Hold on. Let me get my shit together real quick. All right. Anyway. Is that what's being shared? It is. Okay.
An instance, right? That's one instance. That's right. See, I gave up on the EPO thing. I just carry a fucking gun. If somebody's going to try to hurt me, I'm going to hurt them.
Viewers are saying Ron is unhinged and they're concerned about his violent threats against Sam.
That's just how it is.
I mean, who wouldn't be?
Now, you want to twist that? Let me repeat again. I live in a stand your ground.
They also think he's trying to establish an excuse to harm someone in the future and his behavior is dangerous. Hold on a second.
State. Let's just say your crazy ass jumped out with whatever little pew pew you had, and you had it in your hand.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah. Anyway.
Thank you for that.
Off top. As soon as they had settled whether or not Tragic was served and if the hearing was going to go forward, first thing out of Claire's mouth, she starts pointing at me. Yes. You live 2.5 hours away. It's none of your business, and you're friends with Tragic. You are a dangerous person.
I'm a dangerous person.
And we are going to treat you as a dangerous person, always.
Listen, I'm just there to observe and report, all right?
Oh, report what? You're not a fucking reporter, Sam. You're barely a human being.
That's it. She starts crying to the judge, Your Honor, this woman has been stalking and harassing me and my...
Yes, you have. You have been harassing me and my son, my minor son, for 7 years.
Oh, Bradley says now he's saying he doesn't want me on. I wasn't serious, dude. I don't really want a link to your stream. Besides, legal says absolutely not, as does my wife. So sorry, not gonna happen, freak. You know what? Here's what you can do, Ron. If you want to have a conversation with me, you do what the fuck you said you were gonna do at 3:30 in the morning. Why don't you go talk to the judge and the police and the DCS? All right.
Here's what's your obsession with my son, Sam?
Oh, hold on.
You guys lost.
Tick mark. I don't have an obsession with your son, dude. Why do you keep talking about your son? Why do you keep bringing your son into this shit? Could you stop?
Biden said that she was having an inappropriate relationship with him. Is that projection?
Nobody said that. What are you talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. He keeps saying this. He keeps saying that I'm having this inappropriate sexual fantasies about his son and middle-aged. Like, what are you talking about? I have absolutely no idea what he's talking about. Laced with Lacey. Damn it, Samantha. Why is the DVR off for snipers? I have to keep the DVR turned off for snipers. Laced with Lacey. Sorry about that. It's okay, though. I mean, there's always the replay, you know. That's 2 tick mark. You want to count as 2? All right, we'll put it down as 2. Thank you, Rissa. 2 ticks, not 1. Everyone agrees 2 ticks. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for keeping me. Yes. Shiny Seals, Big Fupa Balls. I've got 8 as well. Thank you. Bradley D says he's talking about back in the day when you said you thought it was weird Claire was so obsessed with his son. Is that what he's saying? So seriously, he has taken that and somehow he has completely turned that into he's literally saying that I'm a pedophile and that I have pedophilic thoughts and tendencies and fantasies regarding his kid. He wants so badly, and this blows my mind that Ron wants so badly for his child to be somehow the victim of some sort of, pedophilic, I don't know, interaction, thought, whatever. It's really disturbing. It's really sick. It's really gross. And I would think that would be very, very, very concerning, or should be, to anybody who hears how often and how frequently and with how much conviction this man seriously wants his child to be the subject or the victim of somebody's pedophilia. And I cannot stress to you enough how absolutely troubling and disturbing that is. And I mean, yes, I really feel like somebody should, it can't be me because criminal, stalker, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, what parent? What parent? I don't. It's very disturbing, very concerning.
Is that projection? Who's having an inappropriate relationship with who, Sam? Can you tell me that? Who exactly is having an inappropriate relationship? Because that is projection.
Family for 2 years.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, my guy. That's some sick shit, though, you've come up with. That is some sick fucking shit you've cooked up, Ron Corbin, regarding your own kid. That is some sick fucking shit. Sick.
Now she's here in this courtroom today to stalk and harass me.
Yeah, you were.
That's right.
You were there to stalk and harass her.
If I wasn't there, she'd lie her fucking ass off. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Nobody's lying. I got Yaba dead to rights lying under oath. Transcript, man.
About what, bitch? And I've got the transcript. I've read the transcript, every word of it, on my channel. What did she lie about, Ronnie? Tell us. Tell us again. Do you remember what you accused her of lying about? Do you even remember? Because I have the transcript, sir. So whatever it is, because you keep saying she lied under oath, she lied under oath. Okay, tell us. I got my pen and my paper right here. Somebody go over to Ron's chat and say, our chat would like to know exactly what it is you claim Yaba lied about under oath, because Sam has the transcripts pulled up right now. And we can check the transcripts right now. He don't even have to get them. You don't even have to get them, dude. I got them right here. You tell us what it is that Yaba lied about under oath. I will write it down with my pen. This one. And I will pull the transcript up right now, tonight. Ron.
Maybe.
So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to get that transcript. We are getting that transcript.
I've got it right here, dude. You want to see it? You want me to pull it up? You want me to open it? I mean, obviously I have to find it, but I have it right here. Click, 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 click. Hold on. I'm going to let this play while I find it.
That's right. I forgot. We are getting that transcript where Yaba admitted that she was going to assault Clara if she saw her on the streets. So I guess that's one instance. That might be enough. I don't know. It's not up to me. But as far as like, if Clara does something, you're not going to take it out on me or my boy.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay? You have sent people into my business, admittedly, to film me. You've admitted that on video. You've admitted to making a CPS call, and you've been to my town twice. Wow, that looks like 4 instances. And one of the calls you made was fraudulent. That's a felony in Indiana.
And I'm just sitting there.
I don't know where these accusations are coming from or what you're talking about. The time that I called DCS, I left them my name and phone number. They called me back the next day. We had a phone conversation and exchanged many, many text messages. So, I mean, if there was a problem with that, I can only imagine I would have heard from them. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just sitting there ain't saying shit. Mind you, I had my phone in my hand at that point. He didn't say nothing about my phone being in my hand at that point. Anyway.
No, he did. He told you if you recorded, if you filmed, if you published, he would charge you. You're leaving that out because they're taking this seriously. You're not. You are trying to deflect from the fact that Yaba's baby daddy died like George Floyd, a junkie, in handcuffs, and he died of a heart attack. I can't think of a better way for a pedophile to.
Is his chat really like, is this it? Have you guys noticed his chat has not moved like at all? I guess so. Wow, that's crazy. Why do you keep bringing it back to the SA of a 4-year-old girl? who never did shit to you. Why do you keep talking about that over and over? Do you think that it bothers me? I mean, it does, but I'm like, is that why you're doing it? I mean, I don't know. Here, look, here's the transcript. Here they are. Look, see how many pages is it? 96. Here's the transcript. You tell us what it was that you claim Yaba lied about under oath, and we will go through the 96-page transcript, and we will find what it is that you say she lied under oath about. Okay? All right.
The die.
He's like, Your Honor, this woman's been stalking and harassing me for the last 2 years. Not even Taco Bell. I'm not giving Taco Bell in Potterville, Indiana another try after the last time. That shit tasted like dog shit.
You know why you're fat? Is because that's all you eat is that processed fast food shit. That's why I'm not fat.
Well, number one, what's your point? Number two, yes, you are.
Plus, I'm not going in the direction of their house. I'm having that woman say I stalked and harassed her. You know?
No, you already did that when you came. Remember when you came after she was served and you knew she was served? And
No, that's not true, and you know it. And I'm not going to recap it, but you saying that I came down there to serve her when I knew she'd already been served, you know that's not true. You know it's not true. We can go to the live stream where I called the court live, and the clerk told us what day the court got the service back on. And it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It was 6 days after I went down there, dude. My guy. That's a matter of court record, the day that they got the service back and put it in their system. It's a matter of court record. Dude, it was 6 days after I went down there to have her served. 6 days after. Are you following? Are you listening? I realize you're slow. You know, that's genetic, isn't it, Ron?
And you came and had her served again as a reason to drive past our house. You said you followed the sheriff to our house. And then you went and parked in front of my shop. And you waited for me to come out and get in my car. And you sat there, 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 and you sat there, and you sat there until I poked my head out the window and rolled my window up. And then you skirted the fuck out of there.
You completely made that up. That is such a fucking lie. And here's how we know. Well, I know it's a lie because I know it never happened. But those of you listening, this is how you know that's a fucking lie. Because this is the first time we've heard him tell that lie. Don't you think if that was the case? Oh my God, I just broke my pen. Don't you think if that was the case, if that was the truth, if that actually took place, that's literally all we would have heard about for the past, I don't know, how many months? 6 months?
Right? There were cameras. I mean, like, you may get the footage.
Oh, there were cameras and there's footage. You're telling me there's cameras and there's footage of me parked outside of your business. And you mean to tell me that you don't already have the footage and you've not shared it on the, like, what are you talking about? You're so full of shit, dude. But please continue.
Right, okay. I bet you sounded super sane today, Clara.
Yeah, Clara has the footage of her getting served. She slapped that shit right up on the internet. So how come you haven't slapped the supposed footage of me sitting outside your shop? Where's that?
AK, the woman who doxes everybody.
Yeah, I went for a Wendy's biggie bag instead.
That's right.
Biggie bag for everyone. Biggie bag for everyone. All right, anyway. So she's telling us, saying this woman's stalking and harassing me. Now she's here to intimidate me.
You were.
And the judge says, have you filed an EPO on this woman? And she goes, no, but it's about time. She lives.
It is about time, Sam. Sam, if I had my way, I would see to it that you went to jail.
Boy, shut up. For what? I'm going to say it again. Boy, shut up. For what?
Because you have shown for 7 years.
Thank you, Arts and Crafts. Thank you.
And that fat bucktooth inbred fucking fat fuck have been obsessed with my son.
Oh my God. Why do you keep talking about your kid, dude? If you were really serious about protecting your kid from shit on the internet or otherwise, you would never fucking mention your kid on the internet again. But here we are, 42 minutes and 25 seconds, and we're at a tally of 10 times you have talked about your kid. Why don't you stop?
I buried a kid, and then you tried to take the other kid that I had. You're ridiculous.
You didn't bury anyone's kid. What are you talking about? That's weird.
2.5 hours away. It's about time. He goes, I forget exactly how he worded it, but it was something to the effect of, you have not filed an EPO on this woman? She says, no. And he goes, well, I'm not going to entertain any of that. He did not give.
He said it was an open court and you could be there. Will you please quit lying?
How do you, here's my question. How do you know what the judge said? How are you so sure about what the judge said and what he didn't say when you were not present in court, but I was? I was there. You were not. Yet you keep telling me what was and wasn't said. I find that very interesting. He speaks with authority about what the judge said and didn't say and how he said it and or didn't say it. He speaks with authority on it several times as if he somehow heard. How do you know, Ron? You weren't there.
One rat asked what Clarajandra Dean had to say about the fat lesbian in the back of the courtroom taking notes on the hearing.
The fat lesbian who stalked the woman, harassed her kids, called CPS on her, filed an EPO on her, and now they're married. That sounds.
I never stalked Yaba. I never called CPS on Yaba. Yaba and I never had an EPO on each other. None of that is true. You were making all of that up. Also, because I'm not sure that we'll get to that part where he brings it up yet again, Pete Buttigieg never had a fucking EPO on me. Stop saying it. He even's like, yeah, when I go down to the court and the DCS and the police on Monday, I'm going to tell them that Pete Buttigieg had an EPO on her. Please do, actually. Please do. Tell them. Yes, because you know who can look up for sure whether or not your allegation that Pete Buttigieg had an EPO on me? The police. A judge. That's who can literally, with the click of a fucking button, see that you're fucking psycho. Yes, please. I would love for you to go to the police and the court in bumfuck Connersville, Indiana on Monday and tell them how the fat lesbian from New Albany has been stalking and harassing you and your family and your kid. And that that Pete Buttigieg had to take a restraining order out on her. When they punch that shit into their system and they see that never fucking took place, I'm sure they're going to take everything that you say after that point very, very, very seriously. Sure. Of course they will. Of course they will.
That sounds healthy.
Did not want to hear it. Didn't care. And boy, howdy, throughout that whole hearing, she kept bringing it back around to me.
Yeah. Because you're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, all kinds of things to tell the judge about me. He didn't give one rat's ass about not near motherfucking one of them. He sure did not. Not even a little bit.
Okay.
Anyway, where was I?
We'll see. Hey, fuck around, find out. We'll see what happens in the future. I'm sick of you.
Yeah, make sure you tell him you got your pews and went looking for me too. Right, Amy May?
Your shit.
I know, Lunar Phoenix. I know, right? Jesus.
MFW admitted on video to trying to burn my garage down. You drove by my house and parked in front of my business. You said you accidentally ended up at my shop. You knew exactly where it was.
Yeah, I knew where the fuck your shop was. Everybody knew the address of your store because you said it over and over and over and over. And I'm not pulling up a damn map of Connersville, Indiana again. You guys will just have to take my word for it. Oh, wait, you're about to literally see it on camera. The former location, the original location of his store is on the same road as the sheriff's department and the courthouse. It's like 3 blocks north on the same fucking road. It's right there. And I drove past it after I left the sheriff. I've told this story. Why don't you go ahead and why don't you ask your Kiwi farmer friends to go pull the stream where I talked about this and see if this shit don't line up exactly. After I left the sheriff's department, I went to get me some lunch at the Taco Bell. That's when I drove past your stupid store because your store was located between the sheriff's department and the Taco Bell. Freak. Now you've turned that into, you stalked me. How else would you know where my store was? And you sat outside of my store and laid in wait and waited for me to come out and sit in my car and roll down the window and hang my head out the window. And it's all caught on video. You're so fucking full of shit, dude. Fuck off, you freak. Or don't. I mean, whatever.
So,
you were parked in front of the doors.
I don't know.
Bitch.
Like all 3 of the things that she had on there.
I never parked in front of his ridiculous store in front of the doors. That's a lie.
But okay, this is what I think she had on there. I think she complained about the swatting, of course, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, Catskill, and that's exactly how Connersville is set up.
And also she told the judge that Tragic had, quote, threatened to come to the opening of their business.
He did. We have an audio clip of it. Again, you don't understand how evidence works. You just lie to your stupid audience because your audience is stupid. They think that whatever it is Tooth shared is worse than what Jesse did. That's the mentality of your community. That a pedophile's actions
What are you talking about, dude? Yeah, I got 10 down.
Well, no, let me rephrase that. A screenshot from a junkie is more important than what Yabba's dead pedo baby daddy did. That's nuts.
Which the judge was like, I mean,
I don't know what the fuck that dude did. Has fuck all to do with me. Oh my God, thank you so much. I love you.
That's not a threat. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's not what he said. Shut the fuck up. Quit lying.
Threat.
I am going Monday to get the transcript, and then I'm going to provide it to everybody, and we're all going to read it.
And then I think the third thing was something about Tragic said that Ron.
You're going to get the transcript. I got it right here. My guy
had made threats to him, right?
Let me explain something to you, dumbasses. When you threaten me, I remind you of Indiana's laws.
And the judge is like, that has nothing to do with you. Him saying that your boyfriend made threats that whether he did or didn't make it, that has nothing to do with you.
No, never.
He literally took that one and just wiped his ass with it. He's like, I don't even know what you're talking about with this shit, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he did. He wiped his ass with that one.
Oh, yeah. And then she read in court twice, I think, 2 or 3 times, some post where Tragic said, like, in relation to the swatting, like, how dare you accuse me of doing this? And if you think that was bad, you just wait to see what comes next or something like that.
Yes, he says shit like that. Do you not think haven't been documenting every
Yeah, I don't think the judge really cared about that one either.
Time he and AK say they're going to dock somebody. Today, he threatened another woman. Yeah, he threatened another woman.
Like that, right? She really thought she was going to have Tragic after that.
Hey, thank you, No Name. I appreciate it. Guys, show some love for No Name. I would do the thing.
46 minutes, 32 seconds. No Name finally came through with a dono. Loving the chat for No Name. Girl.
In the chat, but I can't. I'm sorry. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
No, judge did not give a rat's ass about that neither. Sure did not.
Okay, whatever.
No,
whatever
that was
you
not
say,
a
Sam.
specific
Whatever you say, Sam.
That's right, because I was there.
Out of everything she put on that EPO, the only thing that held any weight was the swatting.
It wasn't a swatting. He made a false police report, said there was fire here. I heard the video. He tried to sound effeminate, and he was walking his dogs. No.
Oh, so it wasn't a swatting? That's crazy, because Clara told the judge under oath that it was a swatting. That's wild.
No, there's not even a back door here, dumb fuck. Okay, there's not a door here. And he said there were some kids and smoke. It was a lie. It's a false police report. If he were local, he would have been held accountable for it.
That doesn't go get her there.
Oh, well.
All right, so anyway, what else did he say? Oh, he said that, oh, yeah, listen. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna lie. He rings my ass. He did ring my ass once.
There you go.
About halfway through. I
Mm-hmm.
was taking notes on my phone. And about halfway through,
taking notes
he
on
must
your
have
phone.
realized I was on my phone. He's like, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
You cannot be on your phone in a courtroom. And I was like thinking,
You can't.
I've been on my phone the whole time. She was on her phone, but I didn't say shit, right?
Okay,
I literally just closed my phone
good.
and sat on the chair next to me.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you mean to tell me?
What?
Your Honor, she has played recordings. She has played recordings of other court hearings online. And he goes, was she arrested for it?
Not yet.
Yeah, shut up. Fuck off. Not yet.
Why action hasn't been taken on that? I don't know. But yeah, what you did was illegal. It was very.
What did I do? What did I do? What are you talking about? Please. Can you put up or shut the fuck up? That'd be great.
Illegal. Illegal as fuck. We live in the same state. We're held to the same standard.
You can tell he was trolling her ass too. You can tell it. Like, was she arrested for it? And she goes, no, but she should have been. And I'm just like, I didn't say anything, but I'm like shaking my head.
Very good. Thank you so much for the super chat. Had lies to you, Ron. You know that. You weren't there. How do you know what she isn't? How do you know that she isn't lying to you to make you feel better about yourself? Grimace emoji. Thank you so much. Very good. Excellent points.
I had no. I'm like,
look, Clara lies to him. He lies to Clara. I mean, that's been proven over and over again, hasn't it? Wow. What a great relationship you have, huh, Ron? Ah, crap. What happened? Hold on.
Don't just eat that.
I'm terrified.
I don't know what happened.
I don't look like you. How do you eat like that and look like that?
Because I have an iron gut. Don't eat breakfast until you learn about caloric bypass. Your breakfast is setting you up for the entire day.
it was like, I didn't say
I feel personally attacked by these ads on Rumble.
anything, but I'm like shaking my head now. I'm like, this is like basically looking at the judge like, woo, she's nutters.
Who's the liar, Sam? You did that. It's all on video. You admit everything you do on Twitter and on video. And
I have no idea what you're talking about. Hold on. I want to pin this comment. Let me go find it. AK says, Clara, how do you feel about Ronald using your dead aunt's money for speed? Please respond via Twitter Spurg. I'm pinning that one to the board. Thank you so much for that. AK.
it's all documented. Right? I don't know what to do with it. Okay?
What do you mean you don't know what to do with that? Report it, big boy. That's what you do with it, you dumb fuck.
I really
shoot your shot, bitch.
Really don't want to waste money on an attorney, but I'm telling you this. That's it.
You mean you don't want to waste more of Clara's dead end's money on an attorney? Remember last time you and Clara wasted some of her dead end's money on an attorney to send me a letter? You both know what happened. I know you do.
Your little trip here, that's it.
That's it.
One more instance, and I'm going to find the biggest fucking pit bull attorney in the world, bury you in paperwork, and find a way to charge you for criminal harassment.
Yeah, you know what? If you do that, you know what I'm going to do, big boy? You know what I'm going to do, big boy? I'm going to have the whole thing thrown out with one motion. Try me.
I don't know what she's talking about. She's nuts.
Tackling ass fucking evil bitch.
So anyway, he goes, if I find out, and I said, this is all I said. I said, Your Honor, I'm observing and taking notes. And I tapped my phone.
Yeah.
That was it. He didn't have nothing else to say to me after that.
No, he told you. He told you. I will get the transcript and we will read it. He told you that he would charge you. Why are you leaving that out?
Because it didn't register, because I wasn't. So it didn't matter to me. What does it matter? What do you care? What do you give a fuck if the judge said that or not? Or if I repeated that the judge said specifically he would have me charged if I was recording or not? What? Is it that important? Fine. Here. The judge told me when he chewed my ass for having my phone out in court, after Clara lied to him and told him that I recorded her hearings in the past, he told me that if he found out I recorded any of that hearing, he would have me charged. There. Okay? There. Is that better?
Oh, wait, no, he did. One more thing he said to me at the end. So at the end,
I mean, geez,
after he told her,
deal?
No can do. It ain't happening. You're not getting it.
That's not how he put it. That's hillbilly talk.
She goes, and she would not.
How do you know how he put it? You weren't there. Can you answer that? I bet that judge might be curious to know how the fuck somebody who was not present in his courtroom for that hearing is so fucking sure about what was and wasn't said by him. You think, Ron?
Not accept no for an answer. She just kept on and kept on and kept on.
Of course.
Like, I don't know how many times that judge had to tell her, no, you're not getting a restraining order.
I'm sure.
But it was at least 6 times.
Well, I'm sure that's exactly how it went down, Sam, because you're not a liar at all.
She just kept on and kept on. But Your Honor.
I mean, you weren't there, were you? Kimberly, thank you so much for the super chat. Great night, Crochet and Sam. Ooh, what you making, girl?
But Your Honor, I hope one of us doesn't get killed. He goes, I hope one of you don't get killed too.
Yeah. I don't want to get killed, and I don't want to have to kill somebody.
Oh my God.
I've already had MFW. Had I known she was back there trying to burn my garage down, that would.
Wow. Just wow. Drama B, thank you so much for the super chat. Yes. Great question. How does it feel, Clara, who's using your money for drugs? Not Clara's money, Clara's dead aunt's money. How does that feel? Thank you for the super chat, Drama B. This dude has seriously deluded himself into believing that Katie was back there trying to burn his garage down. Like, I don't even remember how that really went down. Does anybody remember how that really went down? I know for a fact Katie was not back there trying to burn his garage down.
I don't want to have to kill somebody. I've already had MFW. Had I known she was back there trying to burn my garage down, that would have been grounds for shooting somebody.
Hey, Shaner K. Oh, that's right. One of Katie's moms and her fell out and she made up lies. And then she came back later and said that she was lying, didn't she? Yeah.
And I would not have been charged or anything because I'm on my property. If I see somebody trying to burn shit down, they're going to get shot. That's what you guys don't understand.
Dude, Nobody talks like this. You're so weird. You know good and well that, what was her name? Who was it who told that lie? Tampa girl or something like that? Come on, dude. You know she was lying because her and Katie fell out. You're not fucking stupid. You know that. DC claimed that Katie sent them something in the mail. Oh, right. And DC made a whole live stream about calling the postal inspector. I don't remember if it was before the mod thing. I think it was before the mod thing.
Stan, you think everything's a threat of murder? If you are so afraid, that means you have intentions of trying to harm us. That's the only reason I could think you're afraid.
What? That's the only reason you could think I'm afraid? What? Dude. Look at this. Hold on. Let me put it back on the board. You did this. You typed this. These are the words that you typed into your Rumble thing. On August 2nd, 5:30 p.m. Sam Telfer, stalker, weirdo, gun, bang, dead, assault, murder. Listen to this weirdo.
You want to do something.
He's going on and on. So then he was like, I know, right, Vulgar? I mean, that is what I was observing and taking notes.
Blow your nose.
Then he was like,
why?
He's like, I just really don't get this. He goes, there's got to be more to this. Oh, yeah, because she's saying how
there is.
Tragic. Oh, yeah. Judge.
Hold on. Clara picking her nose and him looking in the camera so serious.
After like the third time he told her no. She's telling the judge how Tragic is threatening to interfere with another legal case that she's involved in.
Yes, he is. He is. He absolutely is. He's tried to interfere in everything.
And she goes, he's basically offering to give what amounts to perjured testimony in that case.
Yeah. And I will.
Yeah.
I will gladly take the stand and bring proof and receipts, unlike you two bitches.
Really? Because you ain't brought proof or receipt of nothing yet. Abso-fucking-lutely nothing. Nothing. Not Yaba lying under oath. Not me stalking you. You've not brought proof of me recording or playing a recording of one of Clara's court hearings. What else? What the fuck else have you not brought proof or receipts of? Katie trying to burn your garage down? Get the fuck out of here.
She told the judge, because he asked. He's like, well, what type of case is it? And she says that it's a slander, libel, and defamation case, but she does not disclose that she is the respondent in that case and that she's already had to settle it. She's already been found to have broken the settlement agreement, paid another settlement, and now she's back in court for breach of.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about? I'm talking about the court case. It's all public. We've read it all.
What are you talking about? None of that happened.
What? What do you mean none of that happened? What are you talking about? None of that happened. What?
There was no second settlement. Why are you?
Yes, there was $2,500 when you broke the non-disparagement whatever clause off top. Remember, Clara had to pay an extra $2,500. That's the second settlement. Because if Clara had not paid the $2,500 demand when you broke the contract the first time, then they would have filed the lawsuit then. So that was a settlement agreement. That was a second settlement. All right, fine. Yeah, we fucked up. We'll settle for $2,500.
Lying so much.
Contract. She left all that part out. And boy, howdy, if that judge.
Well, she left it out because you made it up.
Could ask me one single solitary question, I was going to let it all rip. I was going to let her rip. I was going to tell that judge everything. Your Honor. Let me tell you.
What? Tell you what? But let's hear what you were going to tell the judge.
Lisa Simpson, the quick readback cap is she seen me in the courtroom and she tried to tattle on the judge and tell him I was stalking her, which I was not. And her EPO was denied. Tragic didn't even show up and it was denied.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one more instance. Same warning to him. Tragic. Ain't nobody afraid of you. I don't give a fuck if you're teamed up with Yaba and Sam. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody's afraid of them.
That's right.
I mean, like, people really need to stop being afraid of what they're going to do. I had somebody argue with me today that what a pedophile did wasn't as bad as what Toof shared on the internet. Get the fuck out of here. You're trying to tell me that rape is it, that somebody partying or whatever the fuck he said in that thing was worse than rape? Get the fuck out of here.
Anyway, what was I saying?
God, you're dumb as fuck.
Oh yeah, she's telling the judge that
who's dumb as fuck?
You. Tragic said he's going to interfere. He's going to interfere in my ongoing legal case, blah blah blah. So then, so then the judge was like, he's like, listen, I don't really understand what I'm missing here.
It's because the courts haven't caught up with what the fuck you, Tragic, and everybody else do.
No, what do you mean the courts haven't caught up? What does that mean? What does that mean? The courts haven't caught up. What are you talking about?
Okay. They are working on laws. They are getting caught up because they're not used to this. They don't understand why you would drive 2.5 hours to a hearing that has nothing to do with you while you're an associate of the person that is involved in the case.
No, what he said was he doesn't understand why Mr. Berlinger would have me drive 2.5 hours to observe the hearing. And the judge has, he's exactly right to not understand that because that's not what happened. Nobody told me to go. Nobody asked me to go. That was my bright idea. I said it on my live stream the day that I called the court to find out when the hearing was. I said I was going to go. That's what he said. He didn't understand why he would do that because he didn't. It didn't make sense to the judge neither. That was the judge's way of saying, Miss Frank, I don't believe you when you tell me that woman is an associate of the respondent. That was his way of telling you he did not believe that.
I know he's like, I know there's more to the story. I know there is. And he goes, but
I
don't have time. I don't have time. I have more important things to do. I have a very important case after
that. Is not what they said, Sam.
How do you know? How are you so sure that is not what was said? That is exactly what was said. And when you get the transcripts, you'll see that. But how are you so sure? I thought you weren't there.
God, when I get these transcripts, I'm going to make you look so fucking stupid. I am. I'm going to make you look so fucking stupid.
When you get the transcripts, you're right. One of us is going to look stupid and it ain't going to be me.
And I just don't have time for you to sit here and tell me. But I know there's more to this story. Something's not adding up. He's basically telling her, I know you're full of shit, bitch. I know you're filing these EPOs. You're trying to use the court for internet fuck shittery in your internet slap fight.
So what do you call Lisa Manning and Yaba taking me to court and your fat wife sitting there lying on the stand? She lied. I don't know how many times. I lost track. Under oath, which is contempt of court, which usually comes with a...
You're full of shit, and I have the transcript right here. So, like I said, go ahead, tell us what you lied about, and we'll pull up the transcript, pal.
Yeah, what, 1 3-day sentence or something like that? She did it. She has lied so much to your audience that you guys have riled people up to the point where I have to carry a gun because one of your fuckheads might do something.
He's basically telling her, I know that. He's like, this just isn't adding up. I know there's got to be more to the story than just this. Mm-hmm. He sure did. Oh,
yeah, there is.
If I'm lying, I'm crying. Owl. Are you listening? Call the clerk.
Exactly, Mr. I don't recall.
Clerk and order the transcript. If you think I'm lying, bitch, go ahead. Spend your money.
I will. And I will compare it to every word you said.
No, he's not. He absolutely is not going to do that.
Spending a dime on transcripts, honey. I was there. I heard it all. And boy, she was hot to trot.
Well, yeah, when you got Tragic did threaten to come to the grand opening of my store. That would have been a bad idea, dude. There were like 8 people in that building carrying guns. And if you came in and started trouble, what, you don't think
What, dude? Why is it always about guns? I am so confused.
There would have been like some kind of action taken.
So after he tells her,
happy birthday, Katie Cakes,
basically that that he knows she's full of shit and that he knows there's more to this story than she's letting on. And he tells her for the final time that it's denied and basically tells her to leave his courtroom.
He did not do that.
That's true, Drama B. Everybody wanted to go to the grand opening, but not everybody could make it. Not everybody had the means to go to the grand opening. I had no desire and no intention to attend the grand opening because I have no desire nor intention to have any actual like like direct contact with any of these people. But a lot of people wanted to go. A lot of people were talking about going. Hey, Killer Kowalski. Exactly. Threatened. It was a grand opening. Was there a restraining order? Also, it's always guns because Ronald is a big old pussy and has always been beat up his entire life for obvious reasons. Probably the same reasons what's his name got spit on. Also, Ron does not have friends. That's true too.
You not.
You're a liar. I'm
He
gonna
goes,
prove it too.
well, I don't want this woman who's stalking me to follow me home. And he goes, all right, that's fine. And he looks at me, he goes, ma'am, you can't leave for 10 minutes. I said, oh.
Yeah.
Exactly, Scar. Wait a damn minute. I thought we were all do nothing, be nothing fat cat ladies. Why would we hunt him down? He's the one saying, let me get all my friends and corner you the next time you're in town. Exactly. And for what? Dude, you literally took off in your car trying to hunt me down on what you claim was the route you knew I was taking to leave town. Why are you trying to chase me out of town, you fucking freak?
Exactly. Me, I would have been fine. I'd have been like, yeah, come on. Leave at the same time.
Okay, look, I've been here a long time. And I know I'm not gonna get through this whole thing, but I definitely want to get to the part where I'm driving around and he's trying to say that he knows what route I took and all that shit. Let's see. Hold on. It's right there. It's right there. Okay, hold on.
I knew this was.
I'm gonna back it up just a little more. Watch him make a total ass of himself. Now look, if you have not followed Ron over the last 7 days, I'm gonna remind you. He has said repeatedly on more than one stream over there on his Rumble that he knows the route I take in and out of town. And that's how he knows for a fact that I've driven by his house, because I take the route that would take me past his house and onto the interstate, despite the fact that I have said repeatedly ever since I first went there in February that I take the back roads the whole way there. And I'm coming from the south. I entered from the south on Indiana 44. Indiana 44, when it brings you into Connersville, it literally intersects with Central Avenue. And Central Avenue is where the sheriff's department, the courthouse, and the former location of Ron's business are all located. Indiana 44, coming into Connersville, intersects with Central Avenue, where the sheriff's department and the courthouse is located. The sheriff's department and the courthouse, when you get to the intersection of Indiana 44 and Central Avenue, you take a left at that light, and the sheriff's department is literally on the first block. The sheriff's department and the courthouse, it's like all the same little campus or whatever. There's like an alleyway kind of in between them, but it's literally right there. You come in Indiana 44 to Central Avenue, you take a left, and the sheriff's department and the courthouse are on that next block. His former location of his store is like maybe 2-3 blocks north of that. But watch this. This is great. Ron got beat up in school for running his mouth. Kids hated him. He turned into a welfare recipient loser. And guess what? It's genetic. Shocking. I know. Damn, baby. That is what we call around here a fucking banger. I'm going to read it again. I want to make sure Ron hears your words, babe, in my voice. Ron got beat up in school for running his mouth. Kids hated him. He turned into a welfare recipient loser. And guess what? It's genetic. Shocking. I know.
Because you're soft, you're weak, especially Yaba. But I want to know what you two got on one another, because you got married as a strategic move, because you can't be forced to testify against one another, apparently.
There's nothing.
That's the most absurd thing I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. Did you hear that, babe? He figured us out. He says that we got married as a strategic move because we can't testify against each other. Oh, now they know.
Has happened to her that meets the criteria and the threshold for having an EPO granted. Nothing. Yeah, I know, Lisa said.
Eat around children, you don't talk about.
Got the mud mouth?
And I'm tapping forward to when I'm driving out of town. It's great.
Yes.
She's going to show whatever
Hold
on
on.
the internet where I did business.
Then I gotta go. All right.
Okay, yeah.
She's totally not stalking, but she's
Listen to this shit. She's totally not stalking, but she's about to show where I used to do business.
Is that the mud mouth?
location. She's going to show strangers on the internet where I did business.
Then I gotta go. All right.
Yeah, you got to go. Get the fuck out of my.
I'm not
studio.
watching the chat, so don't talk to me.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank you. Don't fence me in.
She's not stalking though, guys. She's not
Here we
stalking.
go, guys.
Not stalking.
I know they're on the photo cards of police right now. She's making a right on 3rd Street from Central Avenue right now, officer.
Okay, so right here. I just turned off of Central Avenue onto 3rd Street. 3rd Street is Indiana 44. This road right here, this is the road out of town on the south side of Connorsville that I take. This is Indiana 44. It's also 3rd Street. Like, you see how like the road goes all the way up and it curves right here. It curves and it literally goes up, and like that's out of town. That's how you get out right there. That's out. And the sign for the high school that I drive by later is like a little ways further down the road, leaving town. But I'm not leaving just yet.
This is the way out. See
Mhm.
how, you can't see it. Oh, well, whatever. You'll see it.
See what?
Up here on
Listen, he hasn't admitted yet that he's wrong about the route he claims that I take out of town that would have taken me past his house. Even though he's watching me and he hears me say, and this is his town, so he knows where I'm at. I just turned on to 3rd Avenue from Central. He knows that's the way out of town. I'm saying that's the way out of town. But he's not willing to admit that he made that shit up yet.
Fred.
So you're stalking. You're stalking. Admittedly.
Green light.
See, I knew this was the route you took. I knew this was the route you took. You took Waterloo Road up to Newman Lake Road, and then you turned out onto the main road, went to Cambridge, got on the interstate, and went home.
You fucking idiot. I literally just said that this is the way out of town. 3rd Street that turns into Indiana 44. I just said it. And he's like, I knew it. I knew it. You take Cambridge to Waterloo. Then you went over the river and through the woods to the interstate. I knew it. Like, what kind of fucking idiot? I gotta hear this part again because that was really good. I'm taking it back to right here. Listen to every fucking word I say, and then listen to this dumbass.
She's not stalking though, guys. She's not stalking.
Here we go, guys.
Not stalking.
I know they're on the photo cards of police right now. She's making a right on 3rd Street from Central Avenue right now, officer.
She's making a right onto 3rd Street from Central Avenue right now. That's the way out of town. I'm about to say it. Are you listening this time, Ronald?
This is the way out. See how,
Mhm.
you can't see it. Oh, well, whatever. You'll see it.
See what?
Up here on red.
So you're stalking. You're stalking. Admittedly.
Green light.
See, I knew this was the route you took. I knew this was the route you took. You took Waterloo Road up to Newman Lake Road, and then you turned out onto the main road, went to Cambridge, got on the interstate, and went home. Am I right? Am I right?
No, you fucking idiot. This is the jail. The courthouse is right behind it.
Yeah,
Look,
crossing
right here.
state lines with weed. That's basically what? Smuggling? The thing she
Boy,
accused
shut up.
us of? See, everything that they've
See? Hold on. Watch.
been projection. Oh, inappropriate relationship. Oh, Yabba's baby daddy molested a 4-year-old.
Shut up. Here, look. See?
No, it's not.
That's the courthouse. That was the jail right there. The sheriff's department.
Don't worry, guys. I am maintaining.
I'm about to take a right at the next
I'm
intersection.
staying aware of my surroundings at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Like he knows where I am. Watch, I'm about to take a right.
You are not.
So why? Okay, so if you're not stalking, what are you worried about?
I am maintaining my safety. All right.
Okay.
I'm staying aware of my surroundings
Okay.
at all times.
Okay, baby.
You are not going to catch me lacking. No.
See, there's the courthouse again.
That's the courthouse.
Right here. He knows where I'm at.
Why do you talk like that? A normal person, a reporter wouldn't do.
Are you trying to deflect from the fact that you're dead ass wrong about your accusations that I was stalking you?
This.
Courthouse. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Oh, God, my phone's going to overheat, you guys. Ah, geez.
Okay, there's a courthouse.
like
This
you.
is Central Avenue again. I literally just did a big circle because I was on Central Avenue further down this way in front of the courthouse. And so I went down to the next intersection on 3rd, took a right, took another right, took another right. So I'm back at the fucking courthouse. I'm about to take a left onto Central Avenue and go this way. You know, you will see how close his former location is to the courthouse right down Central Avenue. Watch. I'm sitting at the light, waiting for the light to change. Look, Central Avenue.
Behind me.
Wait.
Central Avenue.
You're getting ready to turn.
Listen to this. Hold on.
This is Central Avenue. You recall the previous store location was on Central Avenue.
You're getting ready to turn left. You're getting ready to turn left. You're getting ready to turn left.
Duh.
See, now I know it was you.
No, we did not all go to
behind
the
me.
courthouse. I did.
He just said, see, now I know it was you behind me.
See, now I know it's you that was behind me. So your
He is so full of shit.
little decorations in the front. Yeah, that's the shit I saw.
What little decorations? What was it? Really? You saw my decorations? Describe them.
Oh, they're trying to get around me. Sorry about that, sir.
He's so full of shit.
Deny, right? We'll get some footage. I'll see who's got
Turn the air on. The air is
camera
on.
footage. The air
You don't even know what I drive, you weirdo.
is on. She's fat. Fat people sweat.
Tell me if it's making too much noise. I'm gonna have to end this though because my phone's really overheating legit. Okay,
She ends it in about.
There's the courthouse.
Not stalking, guys. Totally not stalking.
I think it's the next one.
Totally not stalking.
Yep, it's literally 2 blocks down.
Well, you know what? I'll just let the other tenants and the landlord down there know that, you're just basically telling all your weird audience, these psychopaths, where people do business.
Can you believe this shit? Can you believe what he just said?
Hell, I don't know where this thing is.
No. Yeah, you do.
It was denied. Tragic didn't even show up, and it was still denied.
Yeah, Tragic didn't even show up at all. Not even on video. It is what a big cunt he is.
I love that. Claire, so what does that mean? Does that mean Claire lost against herself? Sucker.
I'm 6 for 6. I beat all you.
Here it is, guys.
Totally not stalking. This is where.
How is this stalking you, you freak? You don't do business there anymore, you weirdo. You moved out of there like 8 months ago.
Where she was sitting, waiting for me.
Building.
Right. Okay. This is where I used to work. This is where my store is. Right there. See those double doors?
Yeah.
See these double doors right here?
Yeah.
She was sitting over here.
No, the fuck I wasn't. You're a liar. Prove it, you fucking weirdo. Show the footage.
For me to come out of these double doors.
Yeah, I parked right there and waited for you to come out. Yeah, you got me.
How am I supposed to feel about that? Why do you and Yaba get to do these things to people to the point like you guys, in my opinion, drove little mama to kill herself, and then you tormented the widower. All documented. All documented.
Dude, you are unhinged. This was like literally almost 2:00 in the morning last night when he's doing and saying this shit. Hey, Janie Bobaney.
Piece of shit. Anyway.
Yeah, fuck you.
Put my phone back up here so I can drive safely.
Yeah, drive safely.
Okay, so I'm 2 blocks away from the courthouse.
Uh-oh.
Coming to the next intersection.
One of the I can't turn it the other way, so I don't know what to tell y'all.
I guarantee.
He's about to say, I guarantee he's gonna guarantee which way I'm about to go. And then he stops himself because he knows he's full of shit and he has no idea.
Okay, I just want to see. I want to see.
I just want to see.
Can I go
I want to see.
Yes, of course I can.
What do I do?
There you go.
Okay, so you're turning. There you go.
Can you not?
Sucker! You did not see that coming, did you? Because you're full of shit.
Do
7th Street.
Horizontal on your phone anymore, or what?
So I took a left. I go up to the next intersection, and guess what I do? I take another left.
Right. Just give me a second. Let me see what I can do. Oh, Grand Avenue. Go ahead, sweetie.
Yeah. Turn right. Turn right on Grand Avenue. Oh, no, you're turning left now. Oh.
You dumb fucking stupid ass. He was so sure. That's right. That's right. Turn right. Turn right on Grand Avenue. Oh, you turn left. Can we watch that one? Can we watch that one again, guys? You're so fucking stupid. I just love it when Ron's wrong and stupid, and I can show everybody how wrong and stupid he is. Let's watch how wrong and stupid Ron is again, shall we? I cannot believe, listen, you guys are the real MVPs. Those of you who are still here 3 hours into this shit, and you're still here with me, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Was it worth the wait? I need to write down the timestamp for this. I'm going to put one timestamp in this 3-hour live stream, and this is going to be it. This is going to be the one fucking timestamp I put on here. Ron being stupid and wrong, and really stupid and really wrong. That's the timestamp. 2 hours, 59 minutes. Let's watch him be really wrong and really fucking stupid again.
Just give me a second. Let me see what I can do. Oh, Grand Avenue. Go ahead, sweetie.
Yeah. Turn right. Turn right on Grand Avenue. Oh, no, you're turning left now. Okay. Oh, so you made a special trip just to show everybody where I used to do business at. Why don't you go?
Yeah, I took a literal 2-block round trip. Yes, I took a special 2-block drive, literally in a circle. Literally did a little you literally saw me. I turned right, then I turned right at the next block. Wait. I turned right, then I turned right at the next block. Then I turned right at the next block. Then I turned left, went up 2 blocks, turned left again, went down 1 block, turned left again, and exited the city.
Drive by my real store.
All right, let me pull over and fix this. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the super chat. I can't see it though. I just see orange. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Pulled over in the worst spot ever. Pulled over in the worst.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. This is where I pulled over and I was finishing my biggie bag, and this weirdo comes out. So when the weirdo comes out and starts walking towards my car, I took off. Hold on. Here.
Hell no. Whatever. All right.
Hold on.
How many needles have I seen laying around?
30 miles. Say that again. What?
Yeah. I mean, down. All right.
You and what's it?
Good. I'll draw. It is
your business. How
5300
later on your channel? It's not a. You didn't because you APO. But
wait. Go back. Okay. See that guy start coming out of the house, and I was like, "Fuck that shit! I'm out of here."
So, okay, hold on. There's some weirdo approaching my car. Let me get out of here.
Yeah, you pulled over in the wrong fucking spot, you dumb
Yeah,
fuck.
well, whatever. You saw me pull over, didn't you? You know exactly where I'm at, don't you? Yes, you do.
God damn.
Oh my God! He really was coming into my car! Ah! I'm so scared!
Okay, so I made a left here because see how this it's kind of weird, this intersection. Like it kind of breaks off this way or this road. At the end of this road, it breaks off this way, and then there's oncoming traffic this way, and there's this. I wasn't really sure. I knew I was leaving at that point. Like I knew I needed to get back to 3rd Street or 44. I just wasn't sure I could get there going this way because he's about to ask why I turned left. Because I wasn't sure, but I knew if I went left 1 block over, then I could get back to 3rd Street. I'm literally 1 block away from 3rd Street, which is Indiana 44, which is my route out. Watch.
Why are you going in circles? Why are you going in circles?
I'm not going in circles. I'm leaving. Just shut up and watch, dummy. This is your town. You should know exactly where the fuck I am.
Okay, so you were not served tragic, and I was telling Java.
He was.
I don't fucking care.
Just swung out into my lane. You couldn't see it though, because I had to put it over there. Maybe I should put it over here. Anyway.
I bet you think I'm about to turn left, don't you, Ron?
I was telling my wife this morning, I said, oh my God, that's the Connections Cafe. I don't know where I'm at. I said the court is going to consider him served because she hired a private process server, and all they have to do is submit to the court, their affidavit that they served it, and they'll consider it served. And that's exactly what happened.
She put it in his door because
I think maybe that was tragic. Maybe I would contact the whoever's in charge of licenses for process servers in that area and let them know that they have a licensed process server in your area who is issuing certificates of service.
Look, there's the courthouse again. I'm back on Central Avenue, traveling south. There's the courthouse. We just passed his old store. There's the courthouse.
Claiming that they've issued proper legal.
I'm pretty sure this is set up.
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
they did.
No, hell.
The judge said he was
set up. Sorry.
They have to submit their evidence too. God, you're stupid.
On people
so
who have not.
There goes the sheriff's department.
That they served, that woman, whoever it was, the process server, served a door.
There's the next intersection.
House. That's what they
got. Yeah, they considered him.
Here's the next intersection.
Are you going in circles? Look at her. She's just driving around in circles in the city.
No, I'm not. I'm leaving, fucking freak. I told you guys it was the courthouse, the sheriff's department, the next intersection you take right. That's Indiana 44 and the way out of town. What do you mean I'm just driving around? I know exactly where the fuck I am and where I'm going. Do you?
They considered him served.
Hey, Captain Napton.
Why are you going in circles? Private processor. Look at her. She's just driving around in circles in the city and not leaving.
Is he not aware that you can leave town via Indiana 44?
And the private process server issued whatever it is, the affidavit, their certificate of service. The judge considered him served, and the hearing took place.
Yeah. So why don't you dig Tragic Soul a little bit deeper? No Name. Yeah. Thank you very much for the super chat.
Yeah. No Name. Thanks for the super chat.
Threatening the process server. Yes. Threatening the process server's job. So that would be like me saying, hey, go.
Do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do, huh? What's that mean? Is that a threat?
Oh my God. Shut up, fool.
You want him to hurt her? I'm just doing what you do. That sounds like a threat. It sounds like you're telling Tragic to go.
That's what I do. Are you fucking kidding me?
Hurt the process server.
Because that process server should not be licensed.
Oh, yes. You shouldn't be in my city ever again.
They can tack it to a door if it's the right door.
What are you going to do about it? Fuck boy.
Well, I guess.
It was the right door. It was the right door. He got tracked down to his shit. He was there.
You don't think Matthew back there?
I guess you take a different way, don't you? You go through Glenwood and Rushville and all that?
Yes. I go through Glenwood and Rushville. Yes. Just like I've said, ever since February, I take the back roads. I come in from the south. I come in Indiana 44, right there at Central Avenue at the sheriff's department and the courthouse. Yes. Dumb fuck. I've never been further than the Taco Bell. You know where the Taco Bell is. You know Taco Bell ain't nowhere near your grandma's house. Anyway, this has been fun. I've been on here way too fucking long. We will finish this probably on Monday. not, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Anyway, 3 hours, 6 minutes. It has been an absolute fucking banger. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. And I will leave you with this.